adjust the camera a little bit while you're talking.
All right. Hey, everybody. We're live now. Live audio.
What's up, dudes?
Pre-gaming.
Yes.
We're pre-gaming Bayonetta 2. We were meant to go live, I think, by this point, but the download is just taking way too long.
I think that thing's getting hammered right now. We remember when we tried to download Smash 3DS when that came out in Japan for a Japanese 3DS, and it took way longer because it was on the day it came out.
Oh, so it's actually affected by how many people are trying to download it.
Certainly seems that way because I had to re-download it again due to an SD card error, and it went way faster than before. So I'm not surprised. How much Bayonetta 2 have you gotten to play, Kyle?
I played it at PAX for the first time.
Okay.
And I played. I don't know how deep into the game. It's when you finally turn into a serpent, a water serpent.
Oh, okay. That's actually, I did not play that. The last time I played was riding the back of like an F-16 Harrier jet or something like that through central Los Angeles, or what appeared to be, for a very long time. And then you climb a building and you turn into a monster. I think that was the E3 2013 demo.
Right, when it was first announced, it's like, here it is, we get to be on a jet.
Yeah. And then this year they have the they let us actually play the original Bayonetta, and then with all the costumes and everything. So clarify, we now can play Bayonetta 2 with all the original costume stuff. I think that was confirmed.
I think so, yeah, because some of the new stuff they've shown is Bayonetta in the new game with those same old costumes.
So the Samus stuff, the Link stuff, the
Fox
totally
McCloud now,
skimpy Peach and Daisy outfits that are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I was watching actual official Nintendo media with half of her butt hanging out. I was like, this is amazing.
They're totally embracing it, which
They
I
are
actually really
doing
like. I'm happy with how much they're supporting Bayonetta and all of her Bayonetta-ness.
Yeah, and I was just mentioning to you, and I've mentioned it to a couple times on my followers on Twitter, how owning a Japanese Wii U at this point is probably the greatest thing you could do.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton of games coming out super early for the system, and some that might not even be coming to the West, like Fatal Frame 5.
So yeah, list them all again.
The big one that we actually had Mike help us out with was like Hyrule Warriors, and was on here on Game Trailer, so that's a huge one. As well as Bayonetta 2, which is about a month early. Fatal Frame 5, which is not even announced for anything outside of Japan, which looks really good.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the Fatal Frame series. And now it's confirmed from Sakurai, even though we don't have an official date, but Smash Bros. 4 is coming out early in Japan too, so wee!
Yeah.
Japan gets everything.
Japanese Wii U.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to Smash the most.
I'm going to go monitor in the other room while the download, so everyone heard, like, the download's still going on. We're getting close, so Max and Kyle are going to talk with you guys for just a little bit till it gets done.
Every time you hit a new 5% point, message it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll message it on there. So
okay.
I will bring it in when it's ready to go. So
will we have to restart the stream, or
no?
We'll be able to go on the go.
Hook in and we should be good.
Very cool.
Cool.
Not to interrupt anything.
Yeah, I don't know. What's in terms of like Wii U stuff, Kyle, I thought I saw you were really big on to Mario Kart 8, like in the Bosman episodes and stuff like that. Did that last? Are you still playing that, or
no?
was
That
it kind
did
of
not
like
last. No, that fell off very quickly.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's like, this game is amazing, it's fun, and then you can just stop playing it, and it's just over, and it's like, I don't know.
What I dislike about Mario Kart 8 is the game is designed. It doesn't like people who are good at it.
Yes, no, that's absolutely true.
It's
or
like,
if you try to be good at it, it doesn't like you either.
Yeah. It doesn't want you to be competitive at it, and so then I don't, and I just stop playing.
That's actually a great point, because when I started playing it more and more and more, the connection quality started to suffer and suffer and suffer. It felt like a lot of the matches I was playing when it first came out were really good, and I'm like, I'm gonna get good at this. I actually want to consistently get first or second in a lot of games, and I was starting to get to that point, and then after the game was out for a while, I found all these matches were disconnecting like crazy, and then the overall connection quality started sucking. And if I wasn't getting first, I was pretty much getting penalized for playing the game point-wise.
Right,
This is ridiculous.
Where even if you're in the top 3, it would even take away points if everyone else is below you.
That makes zero sense. Like in a game like Mario Kart 8, which the elements of randomness are always against you, I feel that no matter what the skill gap, you should always get points, because you're always fighting against the odds, no matter how good somebody is. There's always 12 blue shells right behind your face. So I don't know. I think the game was like gorgeous. It was beautiful, but in terms of the Wii U, that's the most I've played the system, which was crazy. Ever since it kind of came out, I thought Mario 3D World was fun. Yeah, it's probably one of the best crafted games on the system. But I don't know, in terms of like fun factor in a Mario game, I think the last time I had a lot of fun with a Mario game was actually New Super Mario Brothers on DS. The first one when it came out. I think I grinded that entire game when it first came out.
That was cool when that came out because it was our first new 2D Mario in a really long time at that point. It had been like 10 years it's been since Super Nintendo to DS, and I was like, oh, 2D Mario.
Exactly.
And now we have way too much 2D
and now
Mario.
there's like a billion 2D Marios. I didn't even bother. Like they were like, here's a free copy of the game when you bought like Wonderful 101 or one of the games that came out on the system. Like, here's New Super Mario's U for free. I didn't even download it. I was like, I'm not gonna play that.
Same. Yeah.
Like it's the same game.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, though.
Oh my god, okay. You made me...
This is my game. This is my Wii U game. Okay. I really, really love this game.
Yeah.
That game to me is just everything a Wii U should bring.
Yeah, I for some reason I totally forgot about Tropical Freeze. That might actually end up being my game of the year so far. Like, and I know I'm not even into platformers or anything. I loved the challenge of it. I liked it that it was like about medium difficulty. It wasn't ridiculously hard, but everything put together between how the game feels, the controls, how everything looks, like I feel like I'm in these places when I'm there. They're so well thought through. And I just recently started playing the Donkey Kong games because one of my friends that does videos with me loves them. So I never played Country and stuff like that. And over like the past year and a half, I played Country. I beat it. I had a hell of a time with Diddy Kong's Quest.
That's so hard.
That game was ridiculous, but I eventually beat it. And when the new one came out, I was like, "Oh, this is just fun." This is just fun.
Yeah. There's no like bramble scramble. It doesn't get it doesn't get that intense. And with the hard levels are hard, the K levels.
Yeah.
But they're always like, "Oh, I can get this. I can get this."
You see progress. Like you see, I'm doing something. The music in that game is ridiculous too. It's literally, I think, got the best soundtrack next to like Killer Instinct, just for a game in general. Like the music's so good. I'd actually nominate that for my game of the year so far for this year. I'll never forget Tropical Freeze.
Wow, I might too.
You have to think
I'm
about it.
With you. Yeah, game of the year so far. We'll see. There's still a couple of good months left.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances of Smash getting game of the year are?
I don't see it happening. No, I don't. I played a lot of the Japanese 3DS version.
Sure.
The 3DS version is not getting game of the year.
Yeah.
The game feels. The 3DS version, I'm actually making a video about this right now. It feels way too bare bones. Mm-hmm. Like there's no presentation at all. It's just this is a fighting game kind of. It kind of feels like when you get an arcade game that comes to home.
Yeah.
And it's just that when they put some extra stuff into it, it feels like that. It feels like here's all these stages, here's all these characters. You get to take that in a bunch of different ways, and even like the Smash Run mode where you pretty much run through and there's just a billion guys coming at you at any given moment isn't Subspace Emissary at all, which is like kind of got a narrative to the previous games and it gives you an element of story in some way. These characters are just in a video game. Like there's no reason why they're there. They're just in a video game because Meta Knight was made by the guy who did this thing. Like it's kind of weird how there's all the CG trailers and stuff like that. They're not there at all. There's none of that. There's the only thing that prefaces the game is just how to play.
So there's no cool opening where they're like blah 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 blah.
Nothing.
Oh man.
There's nothing like that.
It needs that.
It needs that, right?
You definitely need that.
You need to feel this is Smash Brothers and like that feeling of triumphant, like you've been waiting 7 years for this. No, this is how you play.
Oh, brutal.
So I'm hoping the Wii U version alleviates that because it's kind of depressing and I'm a huge stickler for UI in like fighting games.
Absolutely.
Like the interface and the interface looks like it was made for Sesame Street. Like it's so bad. I'm not a huge Melee like aficionado. I just like the Smash games in general, but I love the interface to Smash Melee. How it feels like you're in the future, flying through like spaceship Smash Brothers,
and you can rotate the menu.
All the weird interface stuff. I'm like, this is cool. I feel like I'm in this world where these characters live, and now you're playing a video game with Nintendo characters. Is what the new one kind of feels like, and it's kind of disappointing. So I don't know.
We haven't even seen the UI for the Wii U version. Is a crazy thing.
Oh, it's going to be the same thing. I guarantee you, it's going to be the same thing.
Oh man, yeah, I would love a more Melee-esque thing. And you know what else I liked about Melee was the single player progression when you're like going through each person's world.
Yes.
And when you're in like when you're in the Metroid world, you have to escape a ship.
Exactly.
Like you would in the Metroid game.
And you're in the Zelda stuff, you have to go underground, you have to fight like the guy. Yeah, there's elements that made it, even though it didn't really have a story, they made you feel like you were in a world that the characters belonged in. And that's kind of the thing that's lacking now. It's kind of weird how with these guys that are talking about how, especially Sakurai, how he doesn't want the game to be like competitively focused. It feels exactly that. It feels like it's missing the things that make Smash Brothers just a regular game that anyone could play. And now it's just, here is a fighting game, and here's a couple of modes.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. It's I think there might be a lot more to the Wii U version. I'm actually hoping there is. It isn't a bad game by any means, because it actually feels a lot better than what I played at E3. I was really bummed out by the 3DS version when I first put my hands on it. I was like, I can't. Like, I think I played it on a regular 3DS, and it was a nightmare. I think you mentioned the same thing on Bosman, how you were just like bummed out by it.
Yeah, it bummed me out. It still does bum me out. It continues to bum me out. I'm hopeful for it though.
It gets better. Like, that's the only thing I can definitely tell you, is that playing online actually feels functional and
which
good.
Is crazy. It's crazy you would say that.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Even with Japanese players, works, and I'm like, this is actually really cool. But when it comes to anything else you might like out of it, it's pretty much made for you to play with like other people, like around a local area or across the states easily, because it's missing that video gaming element, you know, that they belong in a world. I don't know. I get attached to stupid stuff like that.
No, me too. Absolutely.
Even in fighting games, but it's all about the fighting. So, hey, what's this? Hey, what? Oh, I'm not supposed to look at that.
Is it on? It is.
It is totally directly on that thing. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, giant hands, tiny handheld from Ghost Pepper. That's exactly what it is. Big stupid gorilla American hands. I'll tell you guys right now, the best thing I did was my wife got me one of those big plastic grips that goes around the system on the right, and it actually adds pretty much plastic triggers to the back.
Oh, cool.
And it extends it. Smartest thing I've ever done. I was getting hand cramps after like 30 minutes of playing the 3DS version with the C stick. This finger was dying.
Yeah.
It was locking up. I'm like, this I can't. I have to stop. And after I got that thing and it just extended it a little bit to make it feel like a normal controller, I was totally good. Cool. I was playing for like maybe 7 hours on some streams, and I'm like, all right, my hands hurt, but they're not dying like they were before.
Do you remember when they first showed the Wii U? Both analog sticks were actually those slide pads. I'm so glad they didn't do that. Oh, you mean
the one with like the Zelda demo and stuff like that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. When they first showed the Wii U, it was 2 slide pads.
Yeah,
to me, I don't like the slide pad for when I'm smashing, for when I'm just
yeah,
knocking that stick. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
I totally agree. Like, this thing returning to neutral, like it popping back, feels super awkward.
Yeah.
It's funny to see a lot of like the pro Smash guys like going at it and having like no issues, because they're totally used to like using this thumbstick and controller to constantly smash the crap out of people. Mm-hmm. But for dudes that like grew up playing fighting games on arcade sticks, and I don't like controller as much, this is super weird. It took me so long to get used to that. But it's not horrible. Mine hasn't broken yet, according to like a lot of other people.
Great.
But it works. It works. I think we're going to be playing I don't know if we're going to be playing Bayonetta 2 on the giant keyboard controller.
Probably on the Pro. I hope we hook up the Pro.
Oh, we hook up the Pro as well.
The funniest thing when they were showing it to me at PAX, Bayonetta 2. Mm-hmm. Good, we should start talking about Bayonetta 2 actually. Was like there's a mode where you can just like tap at the screen to attack.
Yeah. It's like iPhone mode, and you just like beep 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 beep, and you can hit the character, and she just like locks on Batman style to the character, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's pretty silly.
Doesn't this make the game kind of stupid easy?
It does, and it like makes it like, why am I doing any of this? Because I like playing the game that way. Man, I wish it were maybe a different mode or something. It is super funny that you can just do that.
So at any point, it's running on the second screen, and you could just go beep 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 beep.
Yeah, we won't be doing that today.
No, that's not going to be happening. Tap me to juggle. No.
So why are you here today, though? Why are you excited for Bayonetta 2?
I'm a huge action game aficionado. I love Platinum games especially, and the legacy of Platinum games carries on way before like the Bayonetta series even though it was pretty awesome we're getting Bayonetta 1 and 2 in the same package, which is cool. The Platinum games guys kind of continue back to a studio called Clover, and that continues back to a studio before, which was pretty much all these guys started at Capcom.
Right.
So Kamiya and a lot of these dudes like Inaba all have roots in pretty much the evolution of action games, which happened in the early 2000s. Like DMC really like threw things in a crazy direction action game wise. And I love action games. They're pretty much fighting games without a second person, you know. Yeah, and it's right. Just how crazy can you make the game actually go? And certain games are still awesome that went beyond these guys as they moved on. Like Devil May Cry 4 has some amazing systems. Too bad the game is terrible. But when it comes to like Platinum Games and what they've done, I don't know. It's like every single game they release, like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance was my game of the year last year, by all means. Like, cool. I can feel like the game was made in a year and a half, but oh my god, the feeling I get when I play this game after like chopping dudes in half and getting something ridiculous, parrying, right. And the music crescendo comes in right when you do something cool. I'm like, I love this game so much. It's so damn hype.
So Vanquish, you love Vanquish too?
Oh, dude, I haven't finished Vanquish yet, but yeah, like I recently I played it a little bit a long time ago, and we recently started playing it again. And when you do cool shit in that game, it's really cool. Yeah. It's really cool. I wish it came out for PC because it still has a little bit of frame rate issues on consoles, but man, like everything in that game just looks awesome. Like it's exactly what they were going for. It's like Gears of War but nuts. So I don't know. I wish they'd do more stuff like that. I'm really excited for Scalebound on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Kamiya's new game. I don't know what it's going to be, but I hope I have a feeling it's going to be a big online game.
Oh, okay. Because that's a good theory in that they haven't said what it is, they've just said what it isn't. And it isn't going to be anything they've already done.
Yeah, and it's pretty much saying how it's not like anything else. I'm like,
yeah.
They've never done a big online world game.
That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a co-op with your buddy style Monster Hunter game, but the monsters are your pets, and you go fight monsters.
And they're huge dragons.
And they're huge, giant.
Awesome. Right.
I don't know if you've seen the trend now, but everything's got to go big in RPGs. Mm-hmm. Like Final Fantasy 13, Xenoblade, everything's got to be 90 stories tall.
Yeah.
And you have to kill it, and you're this big. I mean, that's cool. It looks really cool, but I feel that that's the direction they're going with Scalebound.
I'd be happy with that. That'd be great.
I'd be happy with it too. I think every game Kamiya makes has really done me no wrong. Even though, did you play Wonderful 101?
I've never played Wonderful 101.
It's a extremely well crafted game, but it's one of those you got to get good.
Yeah,
you got to.
That's what everyone's warned me about, and that's basically why I think I'm scared of it.
Yeah, you have a good reason to be, because even I went into it with quite a bit of like action game knowledge, and I'm like, this just feels weird. Like, I'm in the first level, and this just doesn't feel right, and it takes a long time. And I feel that it's not a good game just to jump into a playthrough, especially if you're going to be doing one in front of people or recording it or live. Take like 45 minutes to an hour to figure out what you're doing with your fingers, and then play it.
So what does that mean? What makes this game so complicated?
It's the fact that you're in control. It's the fact that it's got a lot of... It integrates the gamepad, where you have to pilot the gamepad and circle things on the gamepad and make motions and stuff like that. And doing that while piloting your characters is like third sensory type stuff. Like you got to do this and you got to do this. It's like doing trying to put this hand and do that at the same time. It takes a while to get used to it.
So do you hold a stylus the whole time?
No, like you can do it with your finger as well, from what I remember, and you can actually do it in the game, which isn't. You can do it without the thing as well, which isn't really explained from what I remember. But you can do it without that. But they never said it in the game, and I found out about it like a year later, and I was like, oh, that'd have been way better. So I don't know. I think the biggest hindrance with Wonderful 101, other than the fact that it's really fun when you see people do awesome stuff, but getting to that awesome stuff feels even more hard than a game like Devil May Cry. And I love Kamiya's games, I really do. And everything everyone's told me about the end of the game is that it's amazing, it's so exciting. I'm like, I wish I had the motivation to play it again.
It's on my to-do list. It absolutely is, because of those people who say it's just the best.
Yeah.
You just got to dig for it.
You just got to, that's kind of the thing. You just got to dig for it. In a game like Bayonetta, though, you don't have to dig. Did you play the original Bayonetta?
I played a little bit of the original Bayonetta, but it was the PS3 version, which everyone says.
I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And so, I guess that's kind of even why I'm excited for this Wii U version.
Yeah.
Is it doesn't look 8th gen, but it looks like it runs well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it'll function a lot better than the than the one even on Xbox 360, which has quite a bit of screen tearing as well.
Yeah.
But it controls good. Like, that's the best part. That still is the best part about Bayonetta, in my opinion, as far as just an action game. It's the best feeling action game ever. Like, feel like... in how it makes you feel on the inside when you do cool stuff.
That's important. Those things are super important.
To me, like, yeah, that's the one thing when I go into games now is how does this game feel? Like, how does it feel to hit dudes, to shoot things? Is anything satisfying?
Yeah.
And that's how I approach pretty much every single game now. And Bayonetta, we went back and played it again recently, and we're like halfway through, and it's like, this game's still amazing.
Cool.
It's still really good. So I'm actually looking forward to completing the other half of the Bayonetta 1 playthrough on our channels with the Wii U version, and we can actually do it with the crazy Nintendo stuff, because all the Link armor and the coins and all that crazy stuff that
Bowser's
comes out.
fist.
Bowser's giant fist. And, it's super fluffy, but it's super cool. Like, I don't know, it's just all that cheese ball stuff that they can throw into the game. I'm totally down.
That's another funny thing about Bayonetta's character, I feel like, is that, like, I mean, she, I guess, gets dark sometimes and serious sometimes, but, like, the way that she's just totally goofing off of everything that's happening.
Yes,
I think is really good.
They do kind of like a lot of Platinum games have that element of self-awareness. Like Metal Gear Rising has that in a way too, where the character like knows like I'm totally gonna win this, and it's like they kind of play it off. They go into elements of struggle, and they do have bad things happen to them, but most of the characters like everyone knows it's a video game, so we should just treat it like it's a video game instead of something super serious. That's what I kind of liked about Rising, was that it, in the Metal Gear verse, which takes itself a lot of the time really seriously, until Snake like launches some dude into space with like a canopy on top of a box, and like Metal Gear 5, which is the Metal Gear goofiness that a lot of people like. The story takes itself super seriously, and I like that I had a Metal Gear game that realize that Metal Gear is ridiculous. Here's a giant 400-story foot boss where the dude turns into a robot and curses at you about being the most American he possibly can be. I'm like, I think I like this more. I think I like this more than it making me feel bad about child slavery or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it like accommodated the type of game it was, basically, which I think was a good idea.
And Bayonetta is kind of like the exact same. It's very self-aware. I think that's the best term I can use for it, is that it's self-aware that it's a video game, and it flourished the fact that it is as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that it's funny how the Platinum Games mantra is they make a game for a system, crazy circumstance happens, and the game doesn't sell very much, although it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was like, oh, but Nintendo's going Platinum route, it's going to be amazing because the Wii U is going to be great. And it totally bombs. And it's like, oh no, what happened to Platinum? And their game didn't come out for pretty much 2.5 years. I kind of think it's a total bummer. I think their biggest successful game was Metal Gear Rising, because it was a multi-platform kind of game.
And a Metal Gear game.
It's a Metal Gear title game. Because nobody really played Vanquish. Like, not many people played Bayonetta. Those games went cheap very fast, but man, if you play them, they're super high quality.
I think that's what's interesting, is that their track record sales-wise isn't great, but I think everyone recognizes that they make great games.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why they're making Legend of Korra. You know, that's why, like...
That's another great example,
They're still respected, which is great.
Did you get to play Korra?
I've never played it.
Okay.
Damiani played it, though. He's played it
we were at the same event in Comic-Con when we were trying it out, and... for like a $15 like download game, it's a full action game.
Is it $15?
I think so.
That's crazy.
It's cheap.
That's really crazy.
It's like, and it's supposed to be like a 5-hour game too, like most first-person shooter length, and it's good. It feels really good. It feels like a Platinum game, and if you like Korra or Avatar's world or lore in any way, it's freaking awesome. Like, you'll be so happy.
Could I walk into it like Bayonetta, not knowing all the back stuff, and still enjoy it?
It's one of those things where you kind of just start hitting buttons on guys, and you're like, oh, this does that. Oh, that does that. Oh, I hit L1 and I switch. Okay. And that's the nice thing about Platinum games, is that nowadays they really tween the difficulty, where like the opening levels are just there for you to understand that this thing goes that far to hit that guy over there. It's actually well designed to understand what the heck is going on. Instead of a lot of old Devil May Cry games where you get all these weapons, you don't know why you should be using the weapon. I'll just use the sword. I'm just good with the sword the whole game.
When I first got Devil May Cry, I remember using the guns way too much.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I should be doing this. And the guns do nothing. You know, they're just basically to keep your combos going.
Exactly.
But,
yeah, even in
kind of
even in DMC1, like I played it again back in like 2012 with the HD collection, and I was like, I'm just gonna use Alistair like the regular sword the whole time.
Yeah. And
even though you get all this other crazy weapons and stuff like that, there's no easy way to switch to them. So I was like, I just chop, 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 chop. This works the whole way, which isn't fun at all. You realize that you can play the rest of the game with all these other weapons, and it becomes way more fun. But it's never really encouraging you to use this other stuff a lot of the time because this one thing works. It's kind of like why Devil May Cry 2 is so bad, because the guns are way overpowered in the game.
That's funny.
You can just
so that one I've never played. I've never played Devil May Cry 2.
Oh god, if you would like to do a series like on a game that you know is intentionally bad and just go in and just not even embrace the badness but be shocked by the badness, you should play Devil May Cry 2. And it's kind of depressingly bad because it on the surface it's like this could be fun, but why is this corridor like 7 football fields long? Like, why does it just keep going? Like, there's just really weird game design stuff to it.
Yeah, I think there is a funny phase of like PS2 development, almost like where we are now, where it's just like, hey, let's just make big monsters.
Yes.
I think there was like a PS2 phase where it's just like we weren't sure what we're doing, but everything seemed cool because we could do it suddenly.
Yes, I remember that phase where there was so many games like the post Grand Theft Auto phase with State of Emergency, you know, where every game was kind of like GTA in a way. And then kind of in 360 PS3 generation where every game was kind of trying to be like Call of Duty but not as good.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, but at the same time it's nice when something refreshing comes out to a genre. I recently started playing the Batman Arkham series for the first time.
Oh, cool.
Never played it, and I recently downloaded Arkham on PC, and I was like, this game is awesome. Like, holy hell, it's super simplified in terms of like action games to make it really accessible, but it just feels really good just to beat guys up in this game.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed by it because I see all the games that came out post Arkham that totally copied it. That like I think Arkham's awesome because in terms of how action games were, Arkham came out and did something totally different. Like how you're this running dude that can move around the environment and sneak and grapple and do all this stuff and then beat up guys. And like nothing was done like this before when it came out.
Yeah, it nailed Batman. That is a cool game. It's still really, really interesting in that like you have to do detective work and then, you know, just spray your stupid bat symbol on the walls.
It's got like everything.
But then you get into combat. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It really blows my mind how I see so many games that kind of copied the heck out of everything this game did to try to be like Batman. And it's funny because I don't think, especially with Bayonetta, which is kind of like, I think, the perfect formula to make an action game, like, really good. Not a lot of stuff copies it, because there's not a lot of action games anymore. Like,
right.
There's some, but you get, like, what was that game from EA? About Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
You get games like that aren't bad, but they just feel super uninspired, like, in some ways. Like, it's just God of War, like, all over again. And the God of War series, like, past God of War 3, I heard was only, like, okay. I played a little bit of God of War 3, but in terms of, like, the American action game or the outside of Japan design action game, I don't know, there's not much anymore, especially within this generation, like new hardware generation, so I'm kind of waiting for it to happen. All things considered, I think Bayonetta 2 should have come out a year ago.
Yeah.
It feels like it's in development forever, so I'm kind of expecting this one to be as crazy in depth and as long as the first one, because Bayonetta 1 is like a 15-hour action game.
I think it's going to be super long, and I think I'm scared for it. I think it is going to be one of those games that becomes long forgotten.
Yeah.
I think like we'll remember this one fondly. We'll remember the Wii U. Like, hey, remember the Wii U? Like, it has a tropical freeze in Bayonetta 2.
It's the Dreamcast of...
Yeah.
Oh my
absolutely,
gosh.
I think it's Dreamcast bound. One of the things you were talking about, switching weapons in Devil May Cry, reminded me that in Bayonetta 2, switching weapons is pretty easy.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
That stuff should be on the fly. Like, yeah. I think the age of having to go to a menu to switch weapons is gone. That stuff started changing around Devil May Cry 4, and Bayonetta 1 introduced it, and it's way more fun if you can just tap a button and see a wheel spin to the next thing.
Yeah.
And it makes for, like, really awesome looking combos. You don't feel like you have to be an insane pro to, like, hit the timing. You just realize, if I'm juggling them up in the air, and by the time I'm in the air, I go to the the gloves or the fists, or because you always get something like that in an action game.
Yep.
I do a big slam at the top, and that feels great, and that doesn't take much.
And then you like pull out a ranged weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so cool.
Like all that. I think there's like a whip in the new one now. Mm-hmm. So the crazy thing,
it's like a sword whip. It's like
yeah. They showed like 4 different weapons I'd never seen before. Did you watch the direct for Bayonetta?
Yeah.
They showed how you put things on your arms and you put things on your legs, and they totally change what moves they do depending on which one. I'm like, wow. You're just like thinking of the possibility, and it's like, I don't even. Wow, you can just make up whatever you want to do because you can have different weapons here, different weapons there. If you just flip them, it's a totally different fighting style at that point.
There's going to be a lot of us figuring things out today, probably.
Actually. Oh, yeah. I'd imagine the first couple of hours, I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to that point.
Damiani, what's our progress meter? He's just talking about Nintendo and rain time. What?
He's just talking about like Xenoblade.
He is, actually. Yeah, dang, I want to play it so bad. So to anyone who's just joining us, actually, we are downloading Bayonetta 2 currently.
Yeah.
It's just taking a super long time because we're not the only people downloading.
90%.
We're almost there.
Oh.
Okay.
We'll take questions from the chat. What's up, guys?
That's a good idea.
If there's any questions you guys have regarding Bayonetta or us about to play it, let us know. Or if you'd like us to do something. I don't think the nude mod is out. I'll already answer that question.
Has one ever existed?
For Bayonetta?
For Bayonetta. I would assume no.
Actually, I don't think so because it never got a PC version, which is the easy way of doing it. I don't think anyone went to that much effort.
I'm against it. I think it's like Bayonetta, like, against her. She would never walk around naked.
No, she would.
That's not her deal.
No, we haven't had a conversation about this, how some people call Bayonetta like over-sexualized and that whole argument that's going around the industry right now. And it's different because Bayonetta isn't like attracted to men. Like, she gets off on slicing things up and shooting the crap out of demons and angels and stuff like that. She's like a totally different type of female protagonist. And I think that's why she's kind of okay, because she doesn't act like a normal person, and she kind of uses her body to manipulate the fact that everything else around her thinks she's super sexy, and she just likes killing everything.
Yeah.
And that's what makes her, Bayonetta. I don't know. I think it's an interesting dynamic.
A question that popped up frequently is, where is Benny?
Where is Benny? Oh gosh, hold on a sec. Let me just.
Okay.
I'll get Benny.
To answer Eniete 19, Bayonetta 2 is out today in Japan, and that's how we're playing it.
Japan.
It will not come out in the U.S. until next month. I think October, right? Or is it September? Is it September?
It's gonna be a while. There's Benny. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this for a while. Yeah, I think it comes out at the end of October.
Okay.
It's probably gonna look terrible on camera. It's probably gonna be blown out. Anyway, yes, the game is not gonna be out for a little while. Oh, that was Benny.
Oh,
great
pick.
I'm glad it worked.
That's a fantastic picture of Benny.
Taste the sun.
Does the digital version come with Bayonetta 1? I think it comes with a code. I'm not positive.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It comes with an extra download code that you get to download the game additionally. I think it costs like a penny or something like that. They were doing this weird thing where you have to in order to get the bundle.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that penny. October 24th is the release date. Look at all the pennies above the chat.
That makes me so happy.
Lots of questions about our impressions of the Final Fantasy 15 trailer.
We were just talking about giant monsters and everything. Yeah. I guess we can talk about it. I think it's a PC version.
Oh, how come? You don't think that can run on a PS4?
I think it looks too good.
It does look good, but it looks good, right?
I think they were showing things off a while ago, and that game's been in progressive development for a long time. And based on what just happened, which was the big announcement that FF13 is going PC.
Yeah.
And that means that Square is dedicating their Japanese development to PC hardware.
It's easy to make that assumption that...
It was running too smooth, and they were having the previous trailers, everything. It was rough. Like, it looked great, screenshot wise, fantastic, but you saw like, oh wow, that's not good. When you get close to the guy and it just drops to 10 frames a second or so, it's like, ooh, that looks. This is like an action/RPG. You can't have that, guys. It's got to run solid. I think it might be a PC version, but otherwise, I think it looks amazing. I think it looks fantastic. and it's a lot. I think the setting that they're trying to set up of like dude bros roaming around countryside. One friend back here is this royal dude. He doesn't want to be a royal dude or something. That's what I'm getting out of the vibe. I know nothing about the story, so we're just gonna go. That seems kind of cool. So I don't know.
I love the animations. I love like
a
guy hitting a monster and then like you see his sword react to the slash, which you actually very rarely see in a video game. I feel like most of the time you just slash through a thing no matter what. But to like see it bounce off, it's really cool.
It reminded me of, remember the first trailers for Watch Dogs? The crazy transitional animations of him like jumping on a car and pew 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 pew. I was like, jeez, this looks insane. Yeah, it looks so good. And it was totally fake.
Yeah,
but I don't think they will. Like, Square isn't known to kind of like pull us under the rug with a lot of the games. I think it'll look that good when it comes out, but I don't think it's running on current generation hardware. It looks fantastic. It's got some of the best transitional animations. If that's all in game. Mm-hmm. It's got some of the best animation transitions I've ever seen. Like, it looks... I feel like I can't be in control of my character if it looks that good.
Right, exactly. Or even the car. It just looks too good.
It looks too good. The funny thing is that my friend that also plays games with me, Simmons, he tries to convince me all the time that, like, Xenoblade is, like, the greatest RPG in, like, the last 10 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hilarious to see the new Final Fantasy 15 trailer pretty much be... Final Xenoblade Chronicles 15X. Like, it's just taking things from Xenoblade now. Open worldness, running around, big monsters, fighting stuff, doing it with your friends, and it looks like the game looks like it's designed to have co-op in a way too. So I don't know. I think they're still hiding a lot of stuff. I still don't think it's going to be coming out until 2017 or something like that. I think it
seems far away.
A long way out because it's Final Fantasy 15, or it's 13 verses. It'll never come out. But I think there's a lot more than they're leading on right now. But I'm waiting for that demo, which is now, I think, early 2015 or something like that.
They didn't announce when the demo will come out, but you do get your voucher in March when you buy Final Fantasy Type 0 HD.
You get, they announce the date, you get a voucher?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So we know.
That is so ridiculous.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I've never been more hopeful. I've never been more hopeful than after watching that trailer. I'm so excited.
It looks like that's a game I want to grind in. Like I'll just run around that environment and beat up giant wolf beast monsters with dude bros and just gain XP. Because that's one of the funniest things I love the most about playing RPGs, to be honest, is grinding fun.
Yeah.
Like, do you enjoy just running out and just beating up things and just slaughtering the crap out of animals and stuff like that?
I think that's why people like Destiny so much, is because it is a grinding game, right? But grinding is fun in that game. I think that's that kind of thing.
I haven't played it yet. Did you put a lot of time into it?
We put a lot of time into Destiny, yeah. And it is that. It helps to have buddies. Grinding is more fun with buddies. And I think shooting things is more fun usually than selecting things from a menu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like the fact that it's like, it was always kind of pitched as Kingdom Heartsy, you know, like action-ash RPG with other stuff. So I think it looks cool that you can kind of run around and dodge stuff, and your character goes down, and you get help from other characters and stuff like that.
You throw your sword and then you port it over there.
That stuff looks great.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, I immediately see that. I'm like, how far could you go with this? Like, if it's an open world, like, you could just chuck this thing, like, how fast is the RAM able to load?
That alone probably added 2 years to development.
I think so,
if they didn't have, they should have not made that sword throw.
Like, the sword throw looks like a huge tech issue. Like, whenever he did it in the E3 2013 trailer, game would just slow down, and as soon as he hit the wall, like, the game has to back buffer in all the RAM and textures and go like, oh, he's in a new area now.
Yeah.
And this load in a whole new area. I'm like, wow.
Don't let us do that.
Probably should have not put that in the game. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
But now that it's actually running at, like, if they actually made the game run that good on current generation hardware, and anyone that knows how these consoles work, the current generation hardware we have with PS4 and Xbox One ain't hot. Like, it's decent, but in comparison to any quad-core computer with like a GTX 670 or 770, yours is better. And you have 8 gigs of RAM, yours is better than that. And that's a 5-year-old PC pretty much at this point, which is kind of shocking. Defy Media just fell apart.
At the Defy Media Studios, we just had a huge clash over it.
So either two giant metal men ran into each other and blew up, or something fell off a shelf.
So when we moved in, we made a big mess.
Yeah.
This studio here was full of garbage, and so they moved the garbage out, and then so we just had a hallway.
It's just outside now.
Yeah. So they're finally cleaning up the garbage that we created. Is what's happening. This is 2 months after moving in.
I would actually come over to the. This is a long time ago when the Game Trailers guys over in Santa Monica had the big brick castle. I would come over for a lot of fighting game stuff, and we would do like fighting game coverage on Street Fighter and the old, well, not old, but Xbox 360 Street Fighters and Marvel 3 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I lived in Santa Monica, so it was like super convenient, and it was always awesome to come over and like, Max, we need you to play Street Fighter because I only have a couple guys that are okay at the game. I'm like, sweet, let's go. I couldn't tell anybody about it, of course, but when you'd see the Game Trailers preview that went up, I'm like, it's me playing. I
did not know that. That's
I can't
really
tell
interesting.
Anybody. Yeah,
that's so cool.
There wasn't a lot of like big fighting games that came out after that, besides like KI and stuff like that. But that was at the point before I started doing a lot of coverage on like YouTube and stuff like that for fighting games. So I was kind of lucky enough to know a few of the guys that used to work here, like Patrick and stuff like that. I think he went to work
Patrick
for like
Morales.
Riot.
Yeah. He definitely works at Riot now.
Mike's been here forever, so yeah, it was really cool to have guys at Game Trailers because it would literally let me play like Street Fighter early. Although I couldn't tell anybody about it, it's probably okay now. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The old Game Trailers offices were pretty cool. Yeah. This place is way better though. In my opinion, I think this place is way better.
It feels weird. We own the studio space, which is nice, but we don't own our office space, and so we're definitely like borrowed space in the office, as opposed to the other place where we had no studio space and we owned our office. It's a little flip-floppy, but yeah, I definitely prefer this too.
Did you
we did not have a couch to sit down and talk on in the old place.
I remember seeing that. It was just a dark room.
Yeah.
Did you guys? So what's with the NASA backdrop?
Okay.
On Bosman, you got to tell me the history behind it.
So I'll explain public domain to everybody. Public domain are images that are safe to use anywhere.
Yeah.
Because if you just go to Google and type in cityscape and just take that's
somebody
illegal.
Owns that.
I can't do that on my show. Yeah. So NASA is funded by our tax dollars.
Yeah.
So it turns out a lot of their photos are public domain. And so I went through NASA's photos and I was like, hey, this one looks interesting. I'll take this. I thought everyone was going to love it. I thought this was the best idea
Did you get that many questions about it?
Oh, in the comments, everyone hated it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I'm just curious. It's like, was this just lying around? Or?
It was just lying around, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's from, I think, the 60s or 70s. And so, yeah. And what's funny is I feel guilty about it. Like, Defy had to, like, pay for that. And I think they're pretty expensive backdrops.
Yeah.
And so, I just got this curtain at Target, and it was pretty expensive, too. Honestly, that was really expensive, but I felt like I would never ask.
Are you going to be in front of the curtain now instead of the NASA thing?
Yeah. I'll always have the curtain now from now on.
Oh.
That's the other funny thing, is everyone hated NASA, but now I'm learning that a lot of people liked it.
What's funny is that from what we're looking at, have you actually had the curtain on the show yet?
Yeah, that was this week's episode that just went up yesterday.
It's funny how the NASA thing is still behind it, though.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if people hate the curtain, what is going to go in front of the curtain now? Like giant bubble wrap.
Several layers of Final Bosman as you dig further and further back. Yeah, that's, I guess, the point. I felt bad. I felt they bought that backdrop, you know? That came out of my budget for my show that I don't ever see.
I'll never see.
And so I was happy to spend money on my own to go to Target. And I installed this, too.
Did you?
Yeah. I got a screwdriver and just took care of work. And sometimes I'm pretty crafty.
Shit's pretty high up there.
It's dangerous. I should point the camera over there so everyone can see what we're actually talking about.
To actually understand.
Okay, so here we are. This is our space, lifting up, going around. And then this is where we shoot all the shows. There's the Final Bosman desk. And there's the backdrop we were just talking about. You can see the space in the background. And then there's where we shoot our editorial reports and our podcasts and everything. And spinning back around. Here we are.
It's actually a pretty awesome room back here. Especially for doing production and stuff like that.
Yeah, just so we can have anything we want in here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of freaking awesome how much you guys get to work with in this kind of an area.
Game Trailers just seems mad that I just did that. Was I not supposed to do that? Here. No.
No one's supposed to know.
I'm sorry, Game Trailers, that I did that.
Oh my god, Twitch plays Bosman. The magic is lost.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry that I just revealed what was behind the curtain there.
Do you still do the series where you play like a random game out of the bin?
Haven't yet because all we have is bins now. We don't have a library.
There's
anymore.
no library that looks great where you can film yourself like looking through a library and.
Yeah. I like that. First 15 is what we call it because you play any game you've never played before for 15 minutes, which is all you need. Yeah,
which is all you need. There's so many bizarre Dreamcast games that I want to do that with. There was one. I want to play Seaman at some point. You remember that game?
Yeah, you need more than 15 minutes for Seaman.
You need more than 15 minutes for Seaman. I want to dive into the world of Seaman, but I think I have the mic and everything, so I want to see how that actually works with the mic.
You should stream that. That'd be so good.
I want to do it.
The hard part would be though, because you're streaming, you're talking constantly, and Seaman listens.
Yes.
He listens to your language.
I have never played it, and I know you have to communicate with this weird fish face thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I know. And it has the microphone. It's still like wrapped in the box. I'm like, I'll open this thing up just to play this game.
Same with me. I remember like hearing that he like picks up your words.
Yes.
If you say a word a lot, he'll start saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't believe that technology exists. So it's bizarre to me to really.
Especially for it being actually Dreamcast was way ahead of its time for everything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it probably works perfectly.
There's another one that's this amazing game that I beat back in the day. That would be funny to do a kind of a first to 15 for another Dreamcast game. You ever hear of something called Seventh Cross Evolution?
No.
You literally start the game as an amoeba in an ocean.
Okay.
And eventually you just start wandering around and you eat things your size or smaller and you level up. It's an RPG. And you eventually eat so much you turn into like a crab, and then you evolve into a thing with legs, and you walk onto the land.
Sure.
And you start fighting things on land. And through the course of this 10-hour RPG of you leveling up your stats and your fins and stuff like that, you eventually get big enough to climb the mountain and fight God. And then you beat God. It's like, this game is sick.
That's
like,
cool.
It's ridiculous. It looks horrible, but like the premise, I was like, this game's actually kind of interesting. How you start off as like a single-celled like creature, and you become God by the end of it.
That's ambition. We don't have that anymore.
We don't have weird things like, I think Spore, I guess, is kind of like that in a way. I've never really played it, but it kind of has that feel where it's just really weird and it's just foggy, and then you find something and you eat it, and you get bigger, and you get bigger, and you get bigger, and eventually you're so damn big you go to the top of the mountain. I would love to play that game again. I gotta find a copy of it, though.
That sounds awesome.
There's really weird, those weird old Dreamcast RPGs like Draken and all that weird stuff back in the day.
I always wanted to play Rival Schools.
Oh, they're good games. We actually recently played them again on our live stream. We had a night of playing all the Rival Schools games. I dug up my copy on PlayStation 1. The great thing about having an old 60 gig PS3 that is one of the first generation PS3s is that it has the PS2 chipset in it.
Yeah.
So there's no emulation. It's a PS2 and a PS3. So we just play our PS1, PS2, and PS3 games all on that system, and it up-reses them all to 480p.
Right.
So we played Rival Schools recently, and it doesn't look great up-res to 480p by any means. It looks really weird. But what's funny is that the gameplay is still intact. It's still actually a really fun, kind of like easy-to-access Capcom fighter.
And I like the premise for a fighting game.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
The sequel's even better, which is Project Justice on Dreamcast, and it looks way better too. It's got that amazing Capcom late 90s flair.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like this fits so perfectly in the legacy of like Capcom vs. SNK and everything. It's just nobody knew about this game. Like, that was the only problem about it. Oh my god, 98%!
98%, we're so close!
Oh my god!
Oh, okay, so everyone who's just joining us, once that hits 100%, we can finally start Bayonetta 2.
We can play some Bayonetta. We can let Kyle get back to work. Are you gonna hang out with us? Or are you gonna have to go back?
I'll go back to work for a little bit and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of those. I like celebrating those old fighting games because not a lot of people understand how like Street Fighter 4 like came to exist and be and stuff like that. And you go back and you look at Rival Schools and Street Fighter EX and all these like really weird, bizarre first generation 3D games, and they look like trash.
Yeah.
The nice thing about 2D games, they age well. They still age like moving art. Oh man, those old 3D games look like total butt. Like,
even like the PS2 Street Fighter EX, right? Doesn't that still look bad? It makes no sense.
Here's just a really weird tidbit. We had a night where we played all the EX games. We played like EX plus Alpha, and then we played EX3, which I bought on eBay, and it's hard to find. The real funny thing is that EX3 doesn't look terrible. All the characters look like weird children for some reason. It doesn't look great. It plays okay. The weirdest thing in the game is that you play in this big temple palace, like this big royal palace, and it's those weird PlayStation backgrounds where they just like kind of like have this rotating 2D image. We zoomed in on the back of this 2D image and we stopped because there's a bunch of paintings on the wall, and I kid you not, there's a painting of Mr. T. It's just Mr. T with this gold chain, but it's all pixelated, so you wouldn't see it unless you stopped and looked and had the game up-resed. Straight up Mr. T in the background, like they would get in so much trouble.
That's so funny.
It's weird.
It was too low res for anyone to get in trouble.
Back in the day, if you were playing it on a 4x3 tube, no way to see it. But now, if you look at it, they just took a picture of Mr. T and just threw it in the background. I was like, and it's just repeated over and over and over beyond the stage.
What happened to that team? The EX teams, because that wasn't Capcom.
Oh, that was
right?
Eureka.
That was like, yeah. So what happened to them?
They don't work with Capcom anymore. The big problem is that a lot of the EX characters are kind of cool,
like Skullomania.
Skullomania, like Doctor in Dark, with all there's a lot of like the Jack, the guy with the baseball bat. There's a lot of really cool characters. They all belong to Eureka.
Cool.
They all own them, and I don't think they make video games anymore. To be honest, I think they do something totally different now. So, unless Capcom buys the rights to those characters back, which they won't.
Yeah, they won't.
Because they're desperate for money nowadays, it kind of feels like.
They barely use Mega Man. So
yeah, I have very little hopes that they're gonna go back and work real hard for Skullomania.
Yeah.
Yeah, those characters are great, but they're never coming back, which is really sad. I don't know. I think those games are really cool when you go back to them, and it'd be awesome if they did something with those characters in like Street Fighter V, but who knows when that game's even coming out.
What is your vision of what Street Fighter V could be?
I want the characters to be old. Like, you know, like Street Fighter 3
series?
That is
such a sick idea.
Like, I want the characters to have children, to have, like, legacies, and to be old. I want Ryu to be an old man.
Because 4 is actually a prequel to 3.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, the timeline is stupid.
So old would be really interesting.
And in 3, they're, like, characters are, like, in their early 40s, like, late 30s. Like, Ken's kid is, like, 10 years old.
Cool.
And he's been training Sean for a while. So Ken's already kind of an older guy, but they're still beating each other up. So in Street Fighter 3, they're like 40-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
I want to see old Ken with a beard, but he still fights and stuff like that.
Yes.
I want to see old Ken with a beard, and I want the character that would be the normal Ken to be his son.
Sure.
To him to resemble Ken in a lot of different ways, gameplay-wise and physically, but not be Ken. You know what I mean?
And like Sean's a legit character. At this point.
Sean's like a master at this point.
Yeah.
He's like a near 40-year-old guy, but he got good. He's no longer like an 18-year-old kid. I want Ryu to be a total hermit. Like he is a dude that just looks like he walks around and fights. I want him to be kind of like an Oro in a way, like really, really reclusive. And Ryu has a son. Somewhere Ryu has like a child, and you can play as Ryu's child who's looking for his dad or something like that. Give me that. I want to see the characters grow in some way.
That's a really, really cool idea.
Street Fighter's never grown, like unless we count like Third Strike. And the biggest issue of Street Fighter 3 is that they only kept a couple characters, and that's why people hated it. They only kept Ryu and Ken, and they reintroduced people to replace existing characters like Necro replaced Blanca and Dalzim. Remy replaced Guile. And people are like, why did you get rid of the people we love?
Yeah.
And I can understand why people would be upset, because I was too when I first saw Street Fighter 3. I was like, who are these weird-ass characters? But I think you don't have to get rid of Guile. Like, you could just have old Guile. Like, they could just be gritty. Like, they just be old and gritty. And
affected.
Yeah. Like, they've seen stuff. Like, they're the veterans while you have the newcomers.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, like, Street Fighter stories have always been kind of nonsensical, and new lore kind of writes over old lore, and I never really can even follow it. But I just want to see the characters go somewhere, you know? Because Street Fighter 4 was already a reboot. Like, it already doesn't make sense why characters are certain ages.
Like Sakura makes no sense.
Why is Sakura just forever 16 years old? That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would like to see the world evolve into something. Chun-Li is like training somebody. Like I think the idea of the characters existing in their master form and then having like younger versions of themselves, which are pretty much their trainees, that'd be kind of interesting, because you can still have what you like, which is just mashing on lightning legs And the new older Chun-Li or the older Chun-Li has an expert version of lightning legs, which is a different motion and acts differently.
Yeah.
And,
but she's like a little slower.
But she's a little slower,
yeah,
but she does more damage or
yeah.
something like that. She's not a clone character, but she's an evolved character. She's the more complicated version. I think that would be pretty sick. Not to mention just introducing new characters that fit within the lore and aren't just kind of like randomly out of the blue like Hakan and Rufus, or it's just like...
Yeah, you're right. They're a little...
They don't make any sense. Like, we just wanted a fat guy.
Yeah, that bums me out. Like El Fuerte.
Yeah.
His backstory is just like, oh, I want to travel the world and cook. It's like, okay, that's fine. But
Right.
they never let him do that. They never let El Fuerte be a character, basically.
I'd like to see characters related to other characters. Like, I'd like to see, you know, one of Blanca's friends, you know, or somebody that was within the same crash site as Blanca to get his powers. Somebody that's halfway there but not all the way there. Like, I think if you take stuff that exists in the Street Fighter universe and kind of elaborate on what makes people happy with Street Fighter characters, which is the core Championship Edition, and then just tweak those guys to make them a little bit different, but still kind of the same, and still have people go back to something that makes them happy. That's all you really need. You don't have, like, Remy replacing Guile, which is this super pretty boy
Nobody
dude.
likes Remy, right? He's got, like, the long blue hair, right?
Long blue hair and
he's got like a Omega symbol or something on his shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got like tight red pants and he's totally like, I'm beautiful. And Guile's like, I'm Guile. Like, it's a complete polar opposite. And that's what they were going for in Street Fighter 3, and it kind of failed. And all things considered, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is a commercially successful game. But dude, like, New Generation, which was the first Street Fighter 3, bombed. Like, that hit Capcom pretty hard. And the only reason they wanted to make more versions isn't because they made money off of it, is because they knew they could do better and make better games, which is eventually why Double Impact and Third Strike like came to be. And Third Strike's good now because the characters have been around for like 15 years and people can appreciate them. But those first 5 years, dude, nobody liked them. Like, everybody hated him.
What's the guy with the long nose and like the spiral on his shoulder?
That's Necro.
Necro.
He was a combination of Dalsum and Blanca.
Yeah.
And super weird. Like, the weirdest character design ever.
Oh, and the blobby one, he's like he's got like a kind of just a dome face.
12. He's all white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst character in the game.
Yeah.
And I think an issue with a lot of the characters in that game is that they don't play like Street Fighter characters at all. Like, Ken and Ryu don't play like Street Fighter characters. If you play Chun-Li in like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which was she was introduced in, she doesn't play like old Chun-Li really at all, other than the fact that lightning kicks is the same thing. She plays like a completely different character.
That's interesting.
So I think in that issue, that's kind of the turn for the crazy. Like, if they took Street Fighter in a crazy direction, you pretty much get Street Fighter 3. Don't do that with Street Fighter 5. Please don't. I hope they don't reboot it again. I don't want to see the old World Warrior 8 being like the main characters again. What they're doing with MKX is perfect, by the way.
I love it.
Isn't it great? It's like perfect.
Announced like 4 new characters, 4 old characters.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yep, and the new characters look interesting. It's like they have a dude that's literally a war god. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that's brilliant.
He fits.
And it's a throwback to an old Midway game as well. So I
did not know that.
War Gods. There is an old game called War Gods that was a really first generation Midway polygonal 3D fighter right around the Mortal Kombat 4 era.
And what's his name? Something Khan.
Yeah, the new guy's name is Kotal Khan.
Kotal Khan. So he's from a game called War Gods?
He's not, but the funny thing is that he highly resembles it, and one of his variation stances is called War God.
Awesome.
So there's a lot of
really
throwbacks
cool.
to
Really cool.
There's cute stuff like that. So I don't know, it's like they're doing it perfectly where they're evolving the characters, and they're probably going to have, like, for example, they have the new girl, Cassie Cage, who's a combination of Sonya and Johnny, but a new character in a way. And I think Johnny and Sonya are actually going to make a return, but they're doing stuff with it. There's children. The lore is evolving in some way, which has never happened with Street Fighter because there's always been huge gaps. I think I'd actually be okay with another Street Fighter Alpha.
Street Fighter Alpha is cool.
I think I'd be okay with everyone being either super young again or super old.
Yeah.
Not the same, like, mid-20s, late-20s characters for everybody. I'm done with it. That's been done the most with Street Fighter because in all the Versus games, they're that age as well, so I don't know. In terms of, like, somebody who Are you a big fighting game player in general or no?
No, I'm awful at fighting games, but I get way into them. Especially with like Street Fighter.
You're exactly the type of person I make my own videos for. Like I like getting people like to understand what fighting games are about, but my appreciation is for the game itself and the characters and how cool this looks. And my biggest motivation when I play fighting games is that I just want to do stuff that looks awesome.
Yeah.
So
cool.
It's kind of like incorporating that. And for you as a player that just like likes fighting games, but isn't like super hardcore, what would you want to see out of a game like Street Fighter V?
So what I really like about Street Fighter 3 is sometimes they're just like showing off with their animations.
Yes.
Like to me, a character like Hugh, who's just like freaky, like animations you've never seen before. I want to see that in 3D.
Yes.
I remember like one of Ono's concerns with doing Darksiders on the last gen on PS3 and Xbox was like the animations.
Yeah.
360. It was like he wasn't sure he could do the crazy stuff that those characters can do.
Yeah.
With polygons. And I want to see that. I want to see like,
it's true.
Yo, it's next gen. Let's do some crazy stuff. Let's bend polygons.
I think there is a lot of really interesting, unique characters in the Street Fighter 3 series. Like even Necro, for example, with his crazy like limbs that do this awkward turning and musculature that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Like take things in a direction that doesn't look like every Street Fighter. Like I get it that the Shoto guys are. The combo everybody does is jump in and kick you in the face and then sweep you. That should always work, sure, but have other characters do things that look totally different.
Yeah.
And there's that element of keeping things the same but different, but I agree with you. Like, characters like Q are really interesting. Because they're really interesting, they're really hard to use in those games as well, which is kind of disappointing. They're not as good as the refined classic characters.
I would pick him every time and just be, like, on my back for most of the match.
Yeah, like weird things like that. I think I don't know. It's like the Tekken series is kind of dropped off over a while, and I think the biggest reason it has dropped off is that it's always remained consistent. Like Tekken really never was rebooted until Tekken 3. Yeah. Tekken 3 was huge, right? That game was amazing.
I love Tekken 3.
Everybody did, because it not only was like the best looking game on your platform when it came out, it also felt amazing, and it was the reason that you wanted to own it because it was better than Virtua Fighter on like other systems. So there was always that rivalry going on. But it always kind of just after Tekken 3, it was within the same universe, like the entire way through, and the same mechanics that were kind of evolving to Tekken 4 and Tekken 5. And that game just grew stale over time. Like, I think with a lot of people would agree that it's amazingly crafted and refined fighting game if you get good at it, but holy heck, is it ridiculously, like, inaccessible. And I think, especially with a game like Street Fighter V, they got to be really careful with that route.
Overcomplicating, you mean?
Yeah. Okay. Of even like the mechanics in Street Fighter 4 are pretty bare bones in comparison to most fighting games, because it's literally you have basic Street Fighter controls. You can dash, you can do special moves, you can do this focus attack thing, which is the most unique thing in the game.
Yeah.
And that opens up like canceling out of focus attacks for meter, and there's a lot of other tech that comes as a result of it. But in terms of actual mechanics, it's really not much. Like, the players made Street Fighter 4 super deep and complicated now, when it really didn't have much at the start. It felt like after the first week of playing Street Fighter 4, it's like, I think I figured this out.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else.
I think Ultras were a big reason why that game worked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that you're right. The Ultra system, like the comeback mechanic of the system, does really help it, where you're down and you can do something to make a comeback. The overall, like, return back from death kind of game.
It's what everybody wants to watch.
Exactly.
It makes it more fun to watch even.
And I liked Street Fighter 4 a lot when it came out, but I was never like Super came out and I was just like, it's the same game. Like, a couple of frames changed on stuff, but it's the exact same game, and I was hoping for something different. And then all the versions that came after it, Arcade Edition, all that stuff, I was just like, same game. Like, they're just slightly changing frames here and there.
Especially when they just added the Tekken Cross Street Fighter Cross Tekken characters in the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, these don't feel like new characters.
That was the big issue, is that was the same engine, same look, same art design. It felt like it all was in the same world, the same contrasty world. I was only ever interested in Street Fighter 4 again until Ultra came out, when they were like, red focus, new stuff, and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, it makes sense to introduce more mechanics at this point, because you have an established game, you know, and you can put stuff on top of it. I think there's a perfect example of what I really want Street Fighter V to be, is that there's all these core mechanics that make Street Fighter like what we like doing low forward fireball, fireball into super, like all this cool stuff that you can do throughout the legacy of the series. And one game kind of highlights it and does it really well, and it's Capcom vs. SNK 2, where you get to choose. C Groove feels like the Alpha games. Like A Groove is a combination of Alpha stuff and, you know, weird things. P Groove is like Third Strike, because you can parry in it, and you could choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
For every character. I would love something like that. If it took, like, you want a Street Fighter 4 version of old Ryu in Street Fighter 5? Here you go. You can just pick that groove or whatever.
Isms in Alpha.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, those terrified me, though.
It's kind of daunting because it's like, oh my god, what does it do? Because it doesn't explain to you very well what it does, which is the most ridiculous thing. And at least in CVS2, it gives you this little list. Like, okay, you can get up fast, you can run, you can...
Cool.
Or you can't dash, and it's things like that. I would love it if they just had a very clear-cut system that there's something that everybody can do, like everybody can throw, everybody can get off the ground quickly, but if you choose this one, you also get this and this. If you choose this one, you get this and this. And I don't know, that seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
Mortal Kombat X, what I like about the different variations you get on these guys is they show video of like
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like you get to very clearly see. It's like, I want to do that.
Yeah, it's in a thumbnail. It's like you're selecting your character, and then there's a little thumbnail that animates what is special about this version of that character.
I think that's one of the coolest things about MKX as well, is that they're like, you can straight up do. You have all the moves. I mean, it's exactly like MKX. You have moves that everyone can do, and then you have a variation where you get a couple more different special attacks that kind of totally change how the character works. That would be awesome. Just literally steal it.
Steal it. Do
it. Do it. Just please, just do something like that, because not only does it make fighting interesting, it makes you think differently about how to approach a match. Like, oh, this guy can uppercut me way harder now, and it changes the game completely. You have a totally different character. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot that they can do with Street Fighter V. I just hope that I hope it's interesting. I really do. It's been so long since Street Fighter 4 came out. And Capcom can't do anything crazy right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, right, exactly.
Deep Down's already crazy. Like, you're doing a free-to-play PS4 only game? Why? It looks really good. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're taking a lot of weird risks with their internal development, so I'm only hoping that they do something interesting. Did you see Revelations 2?
I haven't, but word in the office is that it's looking a little janky.
Yeah.
Is that your impression of it as well?
Yeah, it kind of... I finally saw gameplay of it, and it's literally Resident Evil Last of Us.
Wow.
It's just
that sounds great.
Does that sound great?
That sounds great.
Does that sound great? Okay. Yeah. It's literally you, like, limited ammunition, running around with, like, a partner that does things every once in a while to help you out, and big blast, zombie recoils back, not a lot of enemies at any given time. It literally looks like Resident Evil Last of Us. I mean,
You sound disappointed, but to me that sounds promising.
Okay, I didn't play through all of Last of Us. But I don't know if the gameplay in that game's great.
Oh man, it's so good.
You like it?
Well, so it's good for me. I'm a creeper.
Yeah.
When I play games, I like to creep.
You'll love it.
I'm very patient. I'll wait for something to come to me and to fall into my trap or my setup.
You'll probably like Revelations.
Yeah. I'm definitely like a creeper. And so like,
I think I see where you're coming from. Like the whole stealthy aspect of Last of Us is actually really good.
Yeah.
When I was shooting people in that game, I didn't find it extremely satisfying. Like it kind of had the Uncharted bullet sponge in some situations. And Uncharted's a lot of fun, but the most fun I have with Uncharted isn't actually shooting people, it's traversing the world.
Oh, yeah, it's just your huge temple or something.
Your giant magic fingers that get you everywhere in that game.
Yeah.
That's the most fun part of the Uncharted games for me, and I love this. I just love the hell out of them. But when I played Last of Us, it was kind of like, I don't know if I'm having fun. Like, I want to know what happens next to the characters and the story, because that's really good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm having fun.
Yeah,
like
there's 8 more clickers that can one-hit kill you in between. Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah. I stopped playing it. Like, I had no interest in playing it after, like, dealing with a situation. We have to go through a giant dilapidated building and 30 clickers, and you got to get through them. And I was just like, I've died to one that just randomly pops up next to me, and it wasn't there before, like 50 times, and I think I'm done. And I never played it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That'll happen.
You'll probably like Revelations 2 a lot.
Okay. But anyway, that's the only game Capcom's announced, I feel like.
Yeah.
For
TGS.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't they have like a a meeting or something, or like some sort of presser today.
Oh, that'd be exciting. I've
Please.
noticed the TGS schedule. I've had a really hard time keeping track of.
Yeah, me too.
They have that in Monster Hunter, I guess, or what they're showing off.
Yeah, but they've been showing off Monster Hunter for like 2 years.
Yeah. And to be honest, I like can't keep track of the different versions. It's really, really hard for me to like understand what's like new and what's not.
Really, I'd only ever care about Monster Hunter if they released a big, actual sequel HD version. Like, because that game feels like it's always been a generation back,
and
or
like
generations
back.
An
up-res handheld.
Yes.
Yeah.
It always felt like it's been, like, PS2 version aside, which was the first Monster Hunter. I didn't get into that one as much, but I've always had a passing interest to play those games. But because they're on handheld, I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, I don't specifically like handheld gaming like a ton. But when those games always come out on consoles, it's just, there's this game that was on handheld, but now it's here, and it's a little bit better. I don't care. I want it to look freaking great. I want it to run like freaking great.
Yeah.
And the problem with those games is that they control very weird. Like,
right.
They are not easy to just jump in and play.
Like intentionally, I guess. I guess every swing of your sword is meant to be motivated and thought through.
The Dark Souls-y aspect of it, yeah.
Yeah. But that's tough for a game where you are only just fighting big monsters. That's real tough.
And you don't have friends.
Yeah.
And you're just doing it alone. Like, it's one of those things that's like designed for co-op play. When everybody has like a Vita or a 3DS in Japan, it makes sense. But
with a buddy, we both bought the Wii U version. We're gonna try this. So we were playing online. We dedicated some time to it, and we got to this one mission where there's some missions where you just have to carry an egg.
Yes.
So you go up, you find your eggs, and then you carry them all the way down. And I dropped my egg like 10 meters away from the end. Mm-hmm. And that was it. I was like, hey, man, I'm really sorry. I know we both spent a lot of money on this game, but I can't play it anymore. And he said, thank you, I'm done too. And that was it. We were so done. We were both so done with the game at that point. It's
tedious.
Yeah, it is tedious.
It's just...
You gotta love the tedious.
I never played a Dark Souls game until Dark Souls 2. And there's an element to Dark Souls that's tedious, but it's enjoyable. Like, it's still fun. Like, it's challenging, it's hard, but there's an element of satisfaction that comes fairly fast when you complete something after you figure out how to beat it.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, that, it doesn't take forever to get to that point, and there's no ridiculous tasks. Like, usually the greatest task you have is to either figure out your way through an area and then beat this guy that you got to figure out how to beat.
Yeah.
And then when you beat him, you get the old NES feel like, oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I beat that level type of thing.
You're never carrying eggs in Dark Souls.
You're never carrying eggs. You're never like, I have to use this big weapon because that guy's really big, and now I have to use this thing because it's got piercing. You can kind of take things from like several different angles.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I have a lot of fun. I haven't played very much of Dark Souls 2, but whenever I do play it, I have a blast. Like, this game is really enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, I feel like literally, like, Deep Down is a combination of Monster Hunter and Dark Souls with some stupid Assassin's Creed story put into it.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who that game's targeted for, and I guarantee you no one's going to care. Like, the biggest thing is that it looks good.
I think, well, the whole free-to-play market, I'm not squared on. I don't understand how and why it works.
Me either.
But I think there are, like, a few PS4 free-to-play games that are flourishing in a weird way.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think we're not aware of it, but it's a whole, it's an entire market. A lot of people spent $400 on a real expensive console, so why not? Just free game.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, might as well. If it's just free to download, I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll play Deep Down when it comes out. Yeah.
If it's fantastic and it's fun, then absolutely. It's just my biggest issue with these companies, especially Capcom, over their track record over the past 2 years has just been copy what everyone else is doing, and we'll do our version of it. It's like the Resident Evil thing, and now Deep Down just looking exactly like Dark Souls. And my issue is that if people already have something that works, they don't care.
Yeah.
They're fans of Dark Souls. You're not going to pull Dark Souls fans over. That's always baffled me. It's like the same exact thing with all those Call of Duty clones. Did any of those go anywhere?
No.
None.
None of them
Guess
did.
what? Because Call of Duty remained consistently decent throughout all of its versions, and all these other jank versions that didn't run at the good enough frame rate, You didn't fool anybody, guys. Like, your Homefront game wasn't amazing enough to kind of, like, fool somebody to think that this is Call of Duty. And it's kind of the same thing, I feel. Like, the biggest thing that deep down is going for it is that it looks really good.
Yeah.
Is that it has a really good visual presentation.
It's, like, appalling how good it looks. Some more questions about... When's Bayonetta 2? It's coming. I haven't seen an update in a while, so maybe it's already installed at this point. Damiani, give us an update if you're on your way.
Damiani's like, it's been done for 30 minutes. You guys just been to keep on talking.
It's coming. We've just been downloading it. It's been very slow because there's been heavy stress, we guess, on the servers of all the people downloading Bayonetta 2 this morning.
Big it was. If it was like an 8 gig download.
Oh, I think it was more than that.
Oh my god. Big. Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Are we installing, Mike?
Man, maybe he's done. Maybe he's packing up. I haven't seen him in chat in a while.
He's already at home. He's at home playing 14.
You forgot about us. When's Marvel? So yeah, we're gonna be playing Bayonetta 2, the Japanese version. Are you intimidated by playing a Japanese version of a game?
Oh god, no.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you one reason why. I broke my intimidation, especially for action games and fighting games. You kind of learn yourself through them. The hardest stuff to figure out is kind of like leveling up things and where stats are going, which isn't that bad, all things considered. 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes, 180 seconds, guys. But back in 2001, Final Fantasy 11 was coming out. Old Final Fantasy 11 for like PlayStation 2 and PC.
Cool.
And the only online game I ever played before that was Phantasy Star Online for Dreamcast, and I loved it.
Sure.
And FF11 seemed like the natural upgrade, so we were ridiculously excited for the game. I played it at E3 back in like 2001, and I wanted it so bad that I imported the Japanese version of the game, which was out a year ahead of time. I imported a Japanese, extremely hard to play, massive multiplayer online game. Like, this was up there with EverQuest difficulties of just generally playing the game, and I just wanted to live in the world and play it. And there were some basic translation guides of what menu items mean and stuff like that. And I played that game for 6 months straight, and I got to level 60 in the Japanese version.
That's so cool.
And through the process of doing so, I became obsessed with the game. It was my first, like, everyone has their MMO obsession moment.
Yeah.
Mine was Final Fantasy 11, and believe it or not, I actually learned a really good deal of Japanese. Like, I could actually read a lot of it.
Wow.
And communicate in Japanese with a lot of the players, at least basic communication. If they start talking about, like, something that happens, like, in Japan or something that's not game-related, I'm like, I don't know. But if it was like, let's port me to this area, this many gil, I could type that out in Japanese, like, really easy. And I could actually communicate with the people, and there was always English players, which was really nice.
That's amazing. And that was just because you were motivated by how much you cared about that game.
Exactly. And because I was surrounded by it all the time in this other language, I just started picking up on things. It just started happening naturally, and I didn't want it to happen. I was just like, you know, I can't even think of anything I had back in the day, but I know basic stuff like Yoroshiku Omedetoa, Reberu Age, like, level up, congratulations, thank you, welcome. Like, all that's basic stuff I could kind of say and type. And then after the English version came out, all of it was gone. Forgot all of it. It was completely gone. Like, it was funny, for the longest time I stuck on the Japanese version just because it was like, it just, like, felt good.
And that was your character,
That was my character, and it was just there. You could convert yours to, like, you could just play the American client with your Japanese character. It worked. But I just like sticking on the Japanese version just because I knew, like, for some reason it was just like, this is my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then when I fired up the American version, it took an hour, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going back. I can actually read what things mean now. Like, I can actually read stuff. This is amazing. So, when it comes to, like, fighting games, it's pretty much the simplest, or even action games. It's probably one of the easiest barriers of entry.
Cool.
Like, RPGs, you might have a big issue because the story is, they're telling you to go to this one area, and you have no idea where that area is, and that's kind of an issue. Action games are pretty linear. You go forward, you kick butt, you get coins, or you get souls, or you get something, you stick them into a stat, or you pretty much just level up the stats equally. There's no magic in Bayonetta, really, so it's like, not like Dark Souls, where it was like, oh god, there's 900 stats, and I have to worry about which one.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty easy.
I think there's a store where you buy moves and a store where you buy weapons.
Yeah.
But I think each of them, they show videos.
Exactly, and it's like, even with Fatal Frame, like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna download the Japanese version of Fatal Frame, and I don't think it's gonna be that complicated. Like games nowadays, it's not like the first Fatal Frame, which is ridiculously kind of like convoluted and weird and Resident Evil-y of like going to this place, getting a key, and going back to that place. I'm pretty sure the game's gonna be a lot easier to access now, and even with the Japanese version, I have a feeling we could even just beat it. Like even if the Japanese puzzles are in Japanese. I don't know. Games nowadays aren't designed to be ridiculously complicated. They're designed to be kind of easy to access, unless you're playing like Dark Souls, and it's purposely difficult. But I'm not too worried about it. The nice thing about Bayonetta and a lot of the games that come from Platinum is that they all use American acting. They all use English actors.
Oh, so we're about to hear the British voice lady be Bayonetta?
Not British. I mean, like acting in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the actual English spoken dialogue.
That's funny.
It'll be subtitled in Japanese.
Crazy.
It's just like Dante in Devil May Cry was never. I don't think ever really. No, I think he did. Now that I think about it, the English version is widely known, but I think there was Japanese Dantes. But in terms of a lot of action games that come out of Platinum Games and stuff like that, they're English-speaking characters.
That's
like Resident Evil. Resident Evil's a good example.
Huh.
Leon, I don't think had a Japanese... There was never a Japanese Leon in Resident Evil 4. He was always English.
That's
and
insane.
They just subtitled it. So, I mean, it makes sense because he's an American.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Bayonetta, it's gonna be super simple.
Cool.
Until a character speaks in Japanese and there's no subtitles. And it's like, oh... They were like, do this, this, and this in this order, or you're screwed. We might be screwed.
I think we'll be fine. You assured me that it's gonna go smooth once it's finally hooked up.
Oh, Lord of Flood is actually telling us that Bayo 2 has dual audio this time.
Cool.
So it will have both.
All right. Well,
nice.
We're gonna load up English just so we know what's going on.
Yes. Because eventually we will play.
So why aren't we getting the game today? Here it comes.
Wait a minute.
Here it comes. It's here.
Wait a minute. That's Damiani-kun in the chat.
Yeah. Who's
Damiani-kun? Asking, where's the game? It's coming.
Is that a fan who's assumed your personality?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
Alright.
So that was 15 gigs, Damiani?
Yeah.
Whoa.
15 Bayo
This
gigs.
is going to be a big game. Alright, so right now he's pulling out the hard drive, which he has the game installed on.
15 gigs. Confirmed Bayo's butt has 40,000 polys. That's one amazing butt.
And I learned today she doesn't have underwear. All of her clothes, even underwear, is just her hair.
It's just her hair.
Yep. The chat has confirmed this. Actually, I'll put it a little further down. Okay, so just to keep everyone else live, what's going on? We are plugging in the Wii U now.
It's happening.
It's finally happening.
It's actually happening.
Get hyped for Bayonetta 2.
Is it funny? We'll have to change the thing on Twitch to see if it says playing Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually up there yet. They probably haven't updated
it says playing Disney Infinity.
No, it says playing Bayonetta 2.
Oh, okay.
Did they actually put it up there? Good. I think they changed that when Smash came out, and the Smash 3DS wasn't up there on the playing now thing.
Oh, everyone was playing Brawl.
Was playing pretty much Brawl.
Yeah. I remember that
they updated
actually.
it really fast.
Okay.
Wait,
we should use a Pro controller.
I have one.
Okay.
So, plug this into the front.
That is the longest you've made me stretch.
Sorry.
Max, we just stretched for an hour. Damiani's just said, hey, just sit down and talk while we download the game. And that was an hour, I think, of speaking.
That was an hour.
That was fun, though. That was really fun. That was
officially 6 Bosman episodes you could have shot.
You're right. Yeah, we had some good discussion, I thought, actually.
I think one of the more interesting things that we talked about is how everything's like Final Fantasy 15 has now turned into Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Or X Chronicles.
I loved hearing your thoughts on what.
I have one in my desk. There's not one here though.
No, I think we're out.
HDMI?
Just one more.
On what Street Fighter 5 could be. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
My
God.
So Damiani is now running back to his desk to get an HDMI cable. What do you think of this controller?
I only have used it for Mario Kart.
Okay.
And very functional with Mario Kart. Actually, extremely comfortable.
I love it. I love that controller.
I have a feeling that when Smash comes out, and we get that early, and we stream it here, which Mike will be doing because we have this amazing Japanese Wii U.
Yeah.
We'll be using these to play Smash.
Right, because the converters won't be out. Or
yeah. And I've already kind of gotten used to this button scheme because of the 3DS version. I'm playing it a lot now.
Sure.
It literally, B is your B attack, A is your A attack, and this is jump.
Do you assign grab to Y or throw?
Yeah, this being grab is amazing.
Yeah.
And then just this being your dodge button is... everything's here that you need it to be. So if we have to play with a pro controller, having this is the most important part.
Oh my gosh,
this thing is the greatest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might try to go and find a Japanese retailer that's local that might be getting the 4-port USB thing.
Yeah.
In fairly soon because everyone has GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
I just need to get that adapter so we can actually have functional GameCube-ness. Because this, I think this will be totally fine.
Yeah, it's just not a huge green A button.
Yeah,
it's not quite the same.
The giant A button. I'm actually kind of worried because I've gotten so used to this layout on the 3DS version now that when I switch to GameCube, it's going to take a little while. But I don't know. It's like the control layout initially was kind of jarring because you want this to be jump because that's how it feels in all platformer games. Yeah. But after a while, you realize that when you play Smash Brothers, jump is Y or whatever that stupid tilted squiggly button on top of the A button is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of around this general area.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I get it. It's up here. I'm jumping up. All right. It took me about 4 games and I was used to it.
Yeah.
I was actually okay with it. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to be switching to a GameCube controller, but if we have to use these when we do like 4-player stuff when it comes out, it probably won't be that bad.
We had a bet in the office a long time ago when Amiibos were first announced. They were even called Amiibos. When Nintendo was saying, hey, we're going to do NFC. We're going to do toys.
Yeah.
I said, there is no way that those toys will be involved in any way with Smash Bros.
No, there's no way?
That's what I said. I said there was no way that they would use those silly toys for their most serious fighting franchise. And then clearly they were. Amiibos
clearly they were.
The only game they were announced for, really, so far. So for the first week when the game comes out, I have to use a sideways Wii remote to play Smash Bros.
Why?
That's my penalty for getting
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can.
I don't hope you can't.
I don't even know if you can.
I pray that you can't.
You can't even use this. Like, for example, if we were playing on the 3DS, you can't use this to control the game.
Right, because how would I do like the different rockets
tilts
for Samus?
Yeah, tilts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even on the 3DS version, if you want to switch the control stick to the D-pad, that option does not exist.
Yeah.
You have to use the stick.
Yeah.
The weird analog stick on 3DS. So I don't even know if you're going to be able to do.
I pray that I can't.
Interesting.
Okay, Damiani's back in the room. Oh, they hear the music. They hear the silly, goofy Wii menu music. Sorry that we teased you all. It sounds like we're about to get going. TV is not on yet, I think. Get this on.
I gotta add it, so...
Oh my god!
Oh, it's happening soon. It's really, really happening soon. Kyle, you have a problem with gambling. That's true. Never with money, though. It's always for,
weird, goofy things.
Weird, goofy things.
Like Shenmue's gonna show up at E3.
Yeah, exactly. So, that makes it... Oh, look at this Nico on this Japanese Wii U. Okay.
Mike's in control. He's taking control from me.
Yo, put this up on the big screen. Let's get this going. Oh, here he is. Okay, getting it adjusted. We're watching this live. Everybody get hyped. Here it is. Bayonetta 2. And with that, I will bid you adieu.
Take
Max,
care.
Thank you so much.
Kyle, it was great talking with you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what the fuck this is. We're hitting okay.
What's going on over here?
The game. Shit.
All right, I'll hop back in eventually. But good luck, Joe.
Okay.
All right. That took forever.
There's no story co-op, is there? It's like challenge co-op, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any button is being pressed. It looks like it's all you.
All right. I guess we have to switch it. No data. 15 gigs of no data. Real good.
There we go. So tag climax. Umbran Tears of Blood. I think are we gonna hammer right into it?
Sure.
Let me make sure let's make sure everything looks good on this end, like frame rate wise.
Oh yeah, and let us know how the game audio is. It was registering, so it seems pretty good.
Yeah, let us know if it sounds good, guys. We're gonna fire up story right now.
First climax, second climax.
Why does it
climax?
default to second climax? It's difficulty. Okay.
Yeah.
Normal. I'm fine with normal. I'll play hard when I get the game. I'll be playing it on hard. I'm convinced that action games are made too easy nowadays, so a lot of the times. Yeah!
Run around with an invisible character.
Yeah! You know what this reminds me of? Did you ever play one of those GameCube keyboard controllers?
Oh no, did not.
The PSO GameCube keyboard controllers? There's some Smash players that play with those specifically. Like, they still use them.
That's pretty legit.
Thing is pretty legit.
It's as legit as the person who was beating Dark Souls using the Rock Band guitar.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding.
I gotta see that
YouTube video.
I gotta see that video. Holy God.
Oh shit! I want to hear this.
Wow. They're just establishing we're playing Bayonetta, everybody.
Welcome to Bayonetta.
The first shot. Two
Michael Bay close-ups.
We're playing Bayonetta, all right.
Oh
wow. I like how this game is just set the standard. We're back.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Nudity? Okay.
There's like sort of like the most insane thing going on. Like
yeah,
above
like,
a planet and like getting blown. There's like battles going on. There's like space creatures going around, and you're just like falling. Bayonetta's like I don't.
There's a lot of hidden buttons right now.
DGF. Yeah.
Whoa! What the heck? Oh God! Gotta do some Dante stuff. Give him the boot.
And you're not controlling the camera right now. It's just doing.
No, this is super wide, and I cannot do anything about it. Let's go, Bayonetta. What is this?
Oh shit! Oh wait.
What?
That's pretty good.
She got Magitech armor.
Oh shit!
She got Magitech armor. Oh my god! I can still dodge with it too.
Oh god.
Oh, I can float. Okay, okay. This is kind of sick. I have a gun.
This obviously confirms that Platinum will be making Zone of the Enders.
Yep, I'm totally happy with that. God, they'd be perfect for that game.
My falling face.
Oh
shit.
That's kind of painful.
That axe.
Oh, if I hold it down, I get this big gunshot. Kaboom.
Big good gun. Poosh. Oh shit. And then this calm narrator is just like, shit is going on.
It's just like the first one, where it's like giant battle type thing happening in the background.
Bayonetta was trying to defeat the enemies.
Was that a giant flying manta ray?
Dang.
It was!
Look, your thing was bleeding. Oh, man.
Yep, things are already out of control. We're definitely playing Bayonetta.
Holy crap.
Oh! Okay,
Did they have no
I get
head?
It. Nope.
Wow.
Trying. Bayo!
Oh shit, dog form.
That's the same thing where I have to like double tap it. So I don't have witch time right now.
So is there audio? Is there English?
And I'm going to press the pause button.
I know Miiverse. I don't know what this is. Let's just guess at some shit. Control style, camera, music.
This is Nihongo.
No fucking idea what any of this is. Chat, translate for us.
This is definitely it. I just got to get over there.
Oh no!
Why is it not highlighted? Oh dear. It won't let me, Mike.
Chat, save us.
See, I should be able to change this. Like this one goes up and down.
Maybe it's in the feature we have to unlock?
I might have to wait until...
Yeah.
Wait.
Everything's
they are... That says Nihongo, I'm pretty sure. So, anyway.
At title menu, they said.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That was the option. Uh-oh.
That makes sense. We'll have to save it when we get to the first checkpoint and then go back and change it.
Say some shit in Japanese, Bayonetta.
I want to hear her Japanese voice, actually. Sam.
Some Final Fantasy shit going on here. I summoned Bahamut. Oh shit, I've seen that before.
Wow, her lips are actually dubbed to English, though. Shoot him in the face.
Oh, what is this? What is this Toby shit from Naruto? Teleporting to grab. Nice
She
sword.
gonna lick it?
Tasty.
That's funny. Her VO is actually better. I mean, her English voice is actually better.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Jean?
Sharingan. Present day.
Sure.
We don't know when that was.
We're okay with this.
Oh shit, it's that dude. Is this like right after Bayonetta?
The Joker.
My powers. Damn, that like is one angry spirit.
Eat it.
Yeah, they're all like, he lived. Guy from the first game. Yeah. Thank you.
Everything's happy now. He's going back to the live stream.
Man, goodbye. So long to your ring, too.
Tragic. Actually, like, we're playing through we're like halfway through Bayonetta 1 right now. I'm totally gonna wait and just play through the rest of Bayonetta 1 with the Wii U version. You know?
Oh, yeah.
With just the costumes and everything, yeah.
They actually add, like, different moves and stuff, too, which is kind of cool.
They do things gameplay, which is kind of awesome.
Alright, chapter select, so maybe, we can back out to the title screen?
Yeah. Right now it only is A-OK, so I'm gonna go into here.
Menu. There we go. Settings. Wait, no. Yes.
I think that was back to main.
Yeah.
This is usually where things are in video games. Get that Wakamoto.
Oh, God. Alright, where is this option?
Yes. Give me the main menu.
Options. Oh, there
yeah!
We go. English.
Why
Two-letter one, right? 2 characters, I think. I hope. What was the other one you thought it was?
Well, that's the only option.
I don't know what it does.
We're gonna find out.
No, that went back to default.
That's default, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's only Japanese or this. I'm gonna say that's English.
There we go. Hope. Your menu's in English, so come on, game. Continue. Do it. Be strong. Replay prologue with correct dialogue. Start.
Well, that's actually... That wasn't in English before, was it? It might have been.
Here we go. It is English. That's it.
Nice! We got it.
Oh, they're angry at us. Text is bottom tab. Should probably you want to give like another like introduction for yourself for people who are just tuning in?
I guess so. So we're actually playing Bayonetta now. What's up, guys? Thanks to Mike here. He invited me over to the Game Trailer's office to play a game I've been looking forward to for a while. I cover action games and fighting games on my YouTube channel and Twitch page. Was this the beginning?
Yeah, it is again.
Freaking cheese ball! We'll see if it's in English at least. So yes, Mike invited me over to check out the new game. I've been looking forward to it for a while. I think Bayonetta is probably the best action game ever made. Says the shot we're looking at right now.
We're getting well, immediately this music is better in the English version. Clearly different.
The legend of Ace.
Yes!
Yes!
A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into 3 realms. Light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from
Chat
chaos.
is thoroughly pleased with the English.
The 3 worlds all needed rulers.
Kaboot!
And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Ace.
Oh my god. Oh my god. At least we'll know what's going on.
Anime. This is still Alright. Take the magic tech down to the stingray. Do it.
Aesir spent the first eternity quietly.
Very nice of the narrator to wait that beat so
Yeah.
we could get down there before resuming
Where
again.
we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world. Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's.
Oh, I gotta do that. I gotta do that to a guy.
Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete.
Alright, so there's some dude
lack
named
of free
Aesir
will.
or something, so no more Jubileus.
You know, and all things considered, I would love to try to follow the story to Bayonetta, but good luck.
I saw the anime movie.
Did-
It was
oh,
still
it's-
like, what the heck?
It still didn't make any sense?
It's like-
I'm not surprised.
Like, what's... it was a little bit more coherent, but I was like, that was the story of the game? I totally did not get that.
You kind of understand, like, you get the motherly thing that Bayonetta has with the younger version of herself. Oh my god, spoilers. The first game.
By dividing the power
Umbra
of the eyes of
Witch.
Aesir, humans gained free will.
Yeah, I don't have witch time.
They could now choose.
This is like OG Bayonetta.
Holy
right
God.
here. Vanilla Bayonetta.
The eyes that determine destiny. Humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a breed.
Just need some
The most
revengeance
feeble
pairing.
thing in nature. But now we were thinking.
I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry, we're doing fine.
Big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir
Where's your
have been
head
granted
at?
the power of
Wrong with
creation.
your first.
You already got
Hey,
better at
what's
it.
up?
I thought we killed that guy.
I know, like, why did the G.I. Joe thing come and attack you? Cobra unit, man. Alright, finally, we got
We
the
can
knockback.
understand what happens.
So, summoning jutsu, giant baby head dragon. Upside down head dragon man.
Sage. Cheeky.
Cheeky.
No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived.
This is actually video. That's probably why the game was so big. It's got HD video.
Well, at least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on.
What? Plot the twist.
Nandeska?
Present day.
We can find out why this guy loves his monocle.
Well, Shang Tsung's obviously killing him
You
right
will
now.
not escape
Stealing that
this
soul.
fate.
Oh shit.
We will perish together.
So whatever soul thing he dies with it.
Child, at last, you have fulfilled your promise to me. Fear not, for I am always watching over you.
Thank you for beating me up. I will be your guardian in the afterlife.
But the right eye of light was lost from the world forever,
Uh-oh.
along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
All right, now we're caught up.
10,000 years ago. Wow.
So this was the one we just did.
Okay.
So it put us on the new one.
Alright, so
It
go
said
left
pro.
or right?
It said prologue. So we go back and try to look for English subtitles as well.
Don't know. Was there English subtitles?
I'm pretty
we
sure.
Can try, yeah, let's try again. Settings. Where was it? So that was English. So where's the other one?
Can't change it.
There's something. I mean, that's English. But
Yeah.
where was the other setting? Isn't there something else here? This one. The hell is this crap?
Can't change it. You have to do it from the main menu.
Alright, back to the main menu. Nope.
Yeah, it's not localized yet. The shadow remains tough. Okay,
that one, the TV icon, right?
I think so.
The bottom one?
Where'd it go?
One more. There.
Oh, this one.
What are those two options? English!
English!
Deutsch! Wait, and then the other one must be to turn them on or off, right? Whoa, there's like...
That's English.
English, and then go back to English. Something English, we're going to English. Dude, there's like...
English. Done, we're done. We're doing it, we did it. We defeated the game.
Not localized even though it's already in English. Third! We got it. Uh-oh. Yeah, there are mods in the chat. Don't worry. There are mods. Deutsch hype.
Deutsch! Let's go!
Bayonetta! Oh, here we go. Real chapter now. DNA.
It's my PSO loading screen.
Why were the Animus?
Oh, please don't say that. Reminds me of Deep Down.
Yeah, people are getting angry. It's like it's English everywhere.
It's English for everyone.
And it's going to be coming out in over a month in North America.
Literally delayed because dirty Americans.
Oh shit! What is this? What is this? Metal Gear.
No,
So,
this is
after Metal Gear 2.
This is that Jingle All the Way hype.
Yeah,
buddy! Yeah, buddy!
What? I didn't know.
Yeah, buddy! Bayonetta!
Oh shit!
This is beginning just like Wonderful 101 did, with like highlighting things all over like the city and stuff like that.
Huh. Oh, that's kind of a clever way.
The government has organized a team to investigate the continued reports of unusual
English. It's totally in English.
Well, Hideki Kamiya is a panda bear. No, it's
Why is that a Back to the Future cat?
Oh,
Did you
shit!
see that? It's the dude, bro. Danny DeVito.
Teddy bear, sorry, not a panda bear. Fighting fly. Wait, what?
It was $30. I'll take it.
Oh shit.
Victorianetta.
What is going on
You
here?
don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the car from the first game.
Now, was that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides,
She's like
I did that
Cruella
job
de Vil here.
Yeah.
free. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg, sobbing like a schoolboy?
It's the most
Wonderful time.
That'd be
You're
great.
some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract,
Really?
forget about it.
Forget about
Forget it. You see what it's spelled?
Forget about it.
Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Oh.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I
Forget
don't get
about
what I
it.
came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
Oh shit.
Oh god, you gotta get run over, son. Yes! Yes, Bayonetta.
What's up? It's pretty good.
This Looney Tunes shit.
Let's go.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city. Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently. Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Go home and be a family man, son.
Forget about it.
I hope they spell it like 10 different ways.
You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa. You know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed.
Extreme close-up.
They aren't the only ones. Pray tell. Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in libraries, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit.
Confirmed.
That's dangerous.
Afterburner Platinum.
Yep. I want it.
Oh shit! The platinum stars.
Oh god.
Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home. Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
Jesus, lady! Jesus!
The bus is fine.
You have no regard. Something is wrong.
I can sense it. Airplanes flying is a bad thing.
I told you what I'm after.
He should be looking for a Dreamcast. Oh, I'd love it so much.
The kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please. You hear that? I want one of those. The thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right?
Enzo's looking a little weird.
It's a present, for God's sake.
Oh shit, here we
Yo!
go.
You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya?
Oh god.
Oh shit, here we go.
Video games are now about to begin.
I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best.
Kaboot!
Just kicks the plane with its face.
Just followed it up with an aerial rave. I love it.
I do believe we're about to get some gameplay.
Yep, the video game's about to start.
Here we go. Crazy name.
Acceptance!
Third Sphere Angels.
At least your lot still knows how to make an end.
Kick the plane. Ooh.
Video games are about to begin. Yes! Yes! Wow! 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 Okay, Nintendo! Wow! Oh wow! NC-17. I don't know how. Wow!
Wait. Oh, here we go.
Wow! Oh my god, penis, calm down. Wow! Wow!
Oh man.
Mike, the money was well spent. I'm just watching a cutscene.
We haven't even gotten to the good part yet. What?
Michael Jackson! So far, we have full frontal nudity and touching tips. Confirmed.
Oh.
Let's go! Oh no, no! No, I am not playing. I'm not playing the iPhone edition.
How we fix this?
I can play from this one. Yeah, I get it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. X and A. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah, exploded. I can figure it out.
Shoot. Really? Beautiful. Evade. Beautiful.
Got it. Whenever you see the flash, that's when you do it.
Wait for the last possible.
Peace out. Ooh, did you see that? Beautiful. Already figured. So a lot of it is holding buttons down. Like you tap, tap, hold it down a third time. I got something.
Halo!
It's just like Devil May Cry. You get your first items and it's like, here you go.
Collecting Sonic rings.
Still are.
We're in a Mario Kart course here. Yeah, this is way more entertaining than the final part of the Avengers.
This is way better.
Coming soon. Hidden promo there for
Scalebound promo?
For Shenmue 3.
Oh my god, yes please. Give Shenmue to Platinum. Holy god, it would be amazing.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things.
Oh really?
Nice things.
This is why we can't have
here
nice
we go.
things.
Here we go. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Don? But I don't believe in sin.
Watch your mouth, Enzo.
Ooh.
This guy came straight out of
Come on,
Godhead.
say something.
Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay the tab.
I'd be fucking leavable.
Get over, I'm driving.
Crazy taxi!
You're gonna drive on the side of the building. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna play
Enzo's
chicken.
just throwing money.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. It begins. I'm so glad we have Wii U's now. It took a year. It took 2 years, but it's worth it now. I love it.
And the toys. That's beautiful.
I fucking believe. Alright, Umbrid climaxes. Attack enemies and build the Magicka gauge. Use L to... This is actually new, I believe. To actually unleash big things.
Get off my
Kabu!
plane. Get off my plane.
They both died? Okay, I'll take it.
Urban climax.
Oh, I missed it!
Urban climax. This is called urban.
Urban Rain.
It's Umbrin. Megaton!
Missed it.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, look who's back. Acceptance. Gigaton.
Oh, X is not the right button. It's the top button.
Oops. Oh, here we go.
Kinda sick.
Top gun right there.
Kinda sick.
We were inverted.
Yeah.
At what range? Oh shit.
She's my wingman.
Here we go. Now you're playing some knights.
Oh! The back kick. Torturous attack!
Oh.
Fantastic. Getting stuff.
The plane really knows how to fly itself.
Oh!
Oh,
God,
dang.
God! I think I actually dodged in time. That's that one. That's that one. Oh my God!
Torture attack. Ooh.
Barely missed that one. Oh my God!
No,
this
plane.
jet is not in good condition.
No! Well, that's some Metal
That's
Gear
some
right
Rising
there.
stuff right there.
Revengeance. Oh, here we go. Ride and jump. Oh, now we're at the E3 demo.
Yeah, this is totally mostly a 3 demo.
Bayonetta, I'm coming to get you.
More garble.
Second sphere powers believe.
I love the ridiculous names.
D-Gap.
I was trying to dodge.
Is that all you've got?
I really like this train. I'm not letting go.
Right into it.
But in the climax. Nah. Get off my train and go into the water. Oh, here we
Sean.
go.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm sucking at the dodging.
I'm gonna spit some shit at you.
Why didn't I see that coming? Oh, come on!
Uh-oh.
This is getting ridiculous.
Spider sense. Let's have a conversation.
Did you get everything? Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open? It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Okay. Oh, I dodged too damn late. Good God, that is a lot of damage. Why to punish? Maximum punishment. Ah, the goo!
You're still in slow-mo time. Alley-oop?
Fuck this bastard.
Oh,
Abracadabra, mother Pfeiffer.
Uh-oh.
Kitty's mad.
Time to snap.
Maximum gigaton!
We're just gonna end
wow,
on that.
Okay.
Going back to my building now. Back to work. Uh-oh. Godzilla? Devour the vine.
Gamora! So it's like her own dragon thing escaped out of her spell.
Whoa. Whoa.
Everything's going south.
Uh-oh.
Story begins.
Now she gets fly. The Matrix. Yeah. Go Neo.
Holy God! Oh my God! What is going on? I will Umbrin the climax all over this big dirty Gamora. This is kind of awesome.
This is way better than the T-Rex battle at the end of RE6.
I totally forgot about that. You just reminded me. Now I'm depressed.
Holy crap.
Oh, I tried.
There I go.
Oh my God! He doesn't. I'm trying to look for the preemptive stuff. There we go.
Had to knock some teeth out.
Climaxes that are Umbrin. Why to punish? Punishment.
I could be like knock the whole building.
Holy.
That'd be amazing. But I got you.
I still have Umbrin. Yeah.
All right, it's almost there. The blue bar.
Holy God.
Oh, look
This
at
is getting sick.
The,
This is getting sick.
It's like Sin attacking the city. Like everything's going up. Sin. Oh man, another life by the way. The hand for moving. It's also way better than Master Hand too. Ooh, that's sick.
This is really good looking. Oh, the tail. The tail. That was my bad.
Oh shit! What the hell? Ew! It's like it's throwing up on you, man. This is like some Star Fox.
Oh my
some
God!
Star Fox Andross 8.
No!
Yeah! Look at that! I forgot. Oh!
Got it. All right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Overcharge. This is it. It's you or him, Max.
Oh, I tried to dodge the tail. I tried to dodge the tail.
Ah! You got like one side dodge.
Oh! Yes! 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 Please die!
Why is it not dead?
Yes! Yes! We did it!
Holy crap!
It was so worth it.
Sargento!
Spin! Ah!
What is this? Whoa.
Some genuinely creepy stuff just came out of her hair.
Wow.
What am I looking at? Well, alright. Stage 1. Clear. Stage 1. There we go.
Trust your instincts. Uh-oh. Obito is back.
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who?
Oh God. I don't know what's going on at all.
Alright, here we go. More flashbacks?
No, it's just her butt showing, so it's a new costume. It's the only way I can tell.
Oh, this is the montage.
Dead witches get dragged to hell.
Dead witches.
It is what it is. Jean's gonna wander Inferno suffering for eternity. Them's the breaks.
I didn't ask you to tell me what I already know, Rodin. Especially if you're going to be flip about it.
Wait, why is this not like
You know
animated?
better than that.
Because it's like the first one where they don't animate it, but they show it stylistically. They don't animate everything.
The balance of powers that keep things in check don't feel right, does it?
Especially exposition stuff.
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead
Wow.
chick. Wasn't a big fan of her shit when she was in the realm of the living. But looking at her now...
Oh,
What the
Simmons! Stop!
She's not
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the Trinity. But that's just a matter of time. Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates?
What are the
Real
gates?
Obviously, this guy has not watched
I can't
Supernatural.
stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance.
Enzo equals
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Simmons!
You need this. The heart of an Umbra witch. The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm.
It's funny, there's a lot of story even in the first Bayonetta game. Still nonsensical as all hell. Like, there is so many story cutscenes and there's just so little sense to be made.
Here's this pocket watch. It's the heart of an Umbra witch. It'll keep her alive for a while.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. No, 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 no. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me. And I still gotta play Santa tonight.
Let the real Santa take care of the presents. Now let's go.
Hey, I said I believe, but Ed and Edna, you can't put one over on those two little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me!
Lego. Lego.
This motherfucker.
Ain't this motherfucker? Oh man.
The lines of dialogue in this game.
Wow.
When does this all dogs go to heaven?
World of Chaos.
That was pretty fun opening. That was prologue. Game hasn't actually started yet. And considering how long this game was in development, I'm saying it's 19 hours long of just that.
Holy
Just
crap.
crazy stuff like that. You want to play the next one?
Sure.
It's pretty. I mean, X and A, and then B is jump. Y is guns. It's really, you just kind of do stuff, and you hold the buttons down and you get more stuff. That's the new one.
Turn the card of destiny. Santa for Smash.
Oh, they still have the training mode thing. Good. There's a lot of like Devil May Cry style stuff. Oh, try spinning. Try spinning with. Like you do a 360 motion and then press like a button. Yeah, there you go. And she activates that mode and she can shoot in different angles. I forgot about that one.
The sacred mountain of Thimbleventer.
What?
What?
The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno.
Well, that's not. Obviously, the U.S. is a little wonky there. Got New York and New Hampshire and Maine.
Forget it. We don't need them.
Forget New England. They're gone.
We need this map now. How important are those states?
Go Indiana Jones. Holy crap. We're going to Mount Fuji.
It's not Mount Fuji at all. It's like the total opposite of what Mount Fuji looks like.
That's what they think. In a platinum game, that's Mount Fuji.
All right,
it's
fair enough.
Gotta be platinum.
Fair enough. It's got to be platinum. It's got to be. It's got to be 90,000 feet tall. Mount Fuji.
Holy crap! And we're not done here. We're going to Mongolia.
Just hurry up with whatever it is you
Oh shit, where are we going?
Wow. Reminds me of Uncharted 2. That was my favorite part of that game when you climb that big snowy mountain. It was so much fun.
Forget about it.
I love those miniature drinks.
All right, Indiana Jones. I think we're done.
Indiana Jones segment's over.
Yep. Ooh, what's this? Whoa. Okay.
Foreshadowing.
You call him Dr. Jones, lady.
I can't believe you, Enzo. I didn't know the in-flight
Wait, so is
service
this
was
like Tails
exclusive
and
to
Sonic? So
fatted
Tails is flying the plane.
Yep, I get it. It's totally a reference.
That reminds me, you owe Alex the kid.
Wow! Bravo! Bravo! This game is the best.
All right, we're going to Everest.
Wow! Late title card. Let's go.
The platinum
Late title.
Oh wow! This is insane.
This game is insane.
That's Fimblebenter.
All right, we're going to Far Cry 3. Far Cry 4, actually. Sorry.
I want to play Far Cry 4 just because it's about climbing mountains.
Damn place, if you ask me. Wow. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Uh-oh, here we go. I hear some shit.
Where did these clouds come from?
I don't know, but we're about to go to Jurassic Park.
Motherfucker!
Whoa, cool.
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids.
Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't find this piece of shit.
What?
What is... What? Oh, dear. Yep, Bayonetta.
Bayonetta. Public City. It's Cora. She looks a little bit like
on my way. Just
Kid
behave yourself
Icarus
for a bit longer.
City.
They did a really good job on Bayonetta's model. She looks really good in this game. She looks even better than the first one. I get that we have cat mode. We don't have to wait to get cat mode.
The handle's like...
Yeah, it's always been squiggly. Fragment of memory that somehow escaped from the notebook was written in. This is probably a... Yeah, I think it's a challenge. I'm gonna say it's a challenge. They always look like this. Meow. Land of... Test your skills. Yeah, it's the challenge. It's the Devil May Cry challenges. They're fun. I didn't focus on them at all when I was playing the first game.
Is this like the Ramu battle from 14? Looks like the environment. Giant bearded dude's gonna come down and strike lightning on me.
I'm really glad that game did Square Enix a lot of good, you know, because it's genuinely a good game. You got it.
Oh, I was pushing.
That random. See, the problem is with the back kick is that there's no thing to tell you when it's gonna happen. There's no shiny thing like that. It takes. It's built in. It's really not that bad. I still get hit by stuff.
That's how you open the gate. That's pretty good. Cool. Broken Witch Heart. I've never seen anything like that before.
That must be your health upgrades.
You know, collecting red orbs to increase your...
red orbs? Yeah.
I've never seen that before, ever. Ever.
Everything, I love this game because everything about it is Devil May Cry, it just doesn't have Dante in it. They still haven't said anything about Scalebound, have they?
Is there something at TGS for that?
All they said is that it wasn't going to be like anything they did before. Me and Kyle were kind of talking about it. I predict it's going to be a big online co-op RPG. Like, open world. It's going to be really similar to Xenoblade in Final Fantasy 15. I have a funny feeling, but not like not like super RPG, more action gamey.
Something here in the water. Ooh, cool.
Neat.
I kind of would like to know where to go, though. It's probably down here.
I definitely see something. Hit it. There you go.
Yeah, right. Ooh. It's a water temple. Uh-oh. It's a spy.
What is this little muskrat thing?
Spy. I mean, books.
Read a book. Fragment of memory.
Read a book.
Read a motherfucking book.
Oh.
We're still underwater? Yes, we
Camera,
are.
I want more books. Seal time. Alright.
Devil May Cry traversal, I love it. There's your fighting area.
You can't do the run thing.
Holy moly. You got something.
Unicorn
horns!
I'm getting a mount.
You're getting a mount. Nice. The effects are so much better than the old one. Like, wow.
Baked gecko.
Delicious.
Photo finish.
Are we really loud in comparison to the game, guys?
Mandragora.
If we are, I'll tune the audio a little bit.
Here's a kiss. Open up for me.
Actually, here. Let me check export really quick.
Sure.
I love audio balancing. It's like one thing.
Where do I go? More stairs. And running underwater must be so hard. She must be getting quite a workout. What is this? Nothing. More stairs. Yeah, about this time I'd be like, what the fuck? Water sucks. Let me out. Here we go. More of these cutscenes. That's a Devil May Cry sound effect if I ever heard.
Yeah, that one.
Santa don't get paid enough for this shit.
Santa don't get paid
Ed and
enough.
Edna found that Daddy wasn't coming back. Made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely casserole.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway,
Witches don't.
tell me how my baby's.
Yeah, witches in water don't
They're
go well.
behaving quite well. They found plenty of playmates here.
Figured they would. Noatune had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch. Anyway, you need any supplies, just make sure you keep bringing me these halos.
The audio in the game.
And remember, I ain't here to get up in your business. My business is making things that do business. So
there you go.
Come crying to me when you...
Let's know how that sounds now.
You think you gotta do everything alone? I'm here to help. Just make sure you don't bust a cap at my ass.
See that, Rodan? You get to play as him in the co-op mode now. It's pretty awesome. I just want that. So when's Sonic the Hedgehog coming? When can you play as Sonic in this game?
So that's to go there.
Or Ryo Hazuki? Holy God!
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's totally DMC, like,
Damn.
right?
What's over here? Secrets.
Top secrets.
Secrets. Saving for secrets.
I like DMC. I don't think it was bad.
Don't know where I'm going. I hope I made jump. Dead.
Does this thing have a pretty good cable behind it?
Maybe.
Should be better right there.
Alright, here we go. We're about to enter Far Cry 4.
Let's go.
Paradiso. Ah, here we go. Hello. Ooh. A little slow interaction there, Bayonetta. Oh,
it's the
shit.
squirrel child.
Oh, crap.
The squirrely child.
It's George from DMC. This is where he ended up. Oh, actually, this is a Kingdom Hearts character.
Yep, Kingdom Hearts character. Nomura made this
wearing
game.
a Super Triforce.
These punches don't know when to quit. What'd I ever do to them?
Eddie Gordo as a kid in Bayonetta 2.
So, this kid's playing a Jet Set, obviously. Grinding over everything.
Jet Set Radio! Look out for the police!
Shite.
Shite.
I'm never gonna reach Fimbulventa at this rate. Well, at least it won't be a boring trip.
What's up, Riddick Jr.?
Huh? You could see me.
You're putting on quite a show, little magician.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Music.
To use the climax. Silly girl.
Tricks are for kids.
You'll have to do better than that to earn a tip, my dear.
He turned around and saw crotch. Whoa. Baby makers.
In the hands of the Queen's trumped-up troops.
Hit one, huh? Enough riddles. How can you see me?
Because we're both in Purgatorio, you see.
Purgatorio?
Oh, spooky vagina. That's so perfect. Ah, spooky vagina.
Maybe. But she told me never to talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
Stay out of my way, or I'll make sure you never get in it again.
Ooh, scary.
Scary.
Spooky.
Spooky, scary.
Damn it.
Damn it, my AR card isn't working. I gotta get my 3DS.
They must have heard me.
Oh, so it's Gambit, I see. Oh, Bayonetta.
Descend upon the heavens, creepy ghost creatures.
You shall come with us. We're taking you back. Here, what's our name?
Noctis.
Third Sphere, Archangel's
Accolade. Behold my ugly face.
Where's the review quotes from the different outlets to tell us how good this game is?
Let us know, we'll send you a pizza roll. Brunch. That didn't actually kill that guy. Those aren't auto deaths, they actually just do a lot of damage. Peace out. Almost.
Oh, arrows.
Whoa, arrows!
Okay.
They're getting snooty. Nice. That second double time. Triple witch power double time.
Get out
You
of here.
FADC'd that, and then you roll canceled into the option select. Go get a mic. Oops. Safe jump that guy. It's okay, take damage. We build it for the ultra. Screw! I think she says that. I think when she says the big one, she says screw. Damn.
Oh, dang.
Boot!
Stu, don't get behind the horse.
Gee. Sweet to Jizasu. Finger. Wow. Blistering. So that's definitely new.
Those Sonic rings.
Yeah, that Umbring Climax thing definitely was not in the first one.
It's pretty cool.
It's like even better than Devil Trigger Grax. It's good. Like it's super good.
Ooh, what's this? I don't know, tell me what that was. Gold LP.
Nice.
Alright. You dig it? Another book?
That's 4/4, right?
Relics.
That's a different book. What?
What?
What is my face?
When did this become Gravity Rush? Man, haven't I killed enough of your kind already?
Oh, this guy was in the prologue.
Ibacho Wacho Moto. Jabba no Baba.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that way.
Burinjado, Burinjado, Burinjado.
My face is my sword. I am talking to you. Sounds like Jaboon from the Wind Waker. Giant fish talking. Alas, I digress. Oh gosh, here we go again. Wasn't this like
Valiance! First sphere Cherryellum.
Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios.
I'm afraid I don't have time to dance too long. A friend is waiting for me.
How are they?
I said I will shoot you in the face. Whoa, good stuff. Crunchy, crunchy. Fire! And then you just literally punch him in the butt repeatedly. Punch in ass. Whoa! Officially creeped out. Officially kind of awesome.
Oh, they do that. Yay, thank you, Platinum. Can't spam dodge. Do it 3 times, it's just like a.
It's
Korra.
just like Korra, yeah.
Oh shit. Seen that before in a battle. Yeah, see. Oh, witch time and umbrella.
Ass beating. Ass beating.
Time to die. Let's do this. What button? Abracadabra! Harry Potter. Whoa!
Holy God.
Enjoy it!
Stabbing gigatons.
I think I killed him.
He might, there's a slight chance he might be dead.
Sorry about the church.
Yo, sorry about your church. It's all screwed up now.
Oh man, this is totally.
There's an owl! There's a bird!
Wait.
Shoot it!
Oh damn it. We gotta restart
That's
now.
slide. We have to restart
the
now.
whole game. We must know what happens.
What is this, like Final Fantasy 12 and getting ultimate items? If you don't do it at the beginning of the game, you're screwed.
Yeah, that was like the alternate path for the story right there.
Dude.
What is this? Ooh, chest.
Yeah.
Magic green herb.
Mega
Lollipop.
green herb lollipop.
Nice. What's down here? Water. Hey, you killed my friend. I'm pissed at you.
Triple nose.
Whoa!
Nasalis. Cachet and compassion. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Oops.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
Smashing. Nice. This, yeah, and just like Devil May Cry, it slowly restores your health.
Ooh, we got
It's the kid. It's a squirrel boy.
Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventa, aren't we? That makes two of us.
Everyone pronounces that word really easy, and I just look at it and go.
I want to know a Fimbulventa.
Fimbulventa.
You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one.
What is that?
Not
Looks
just
like
be a
Skull
one
Kid or
trick
some
pony.
crap from Majora's Mask. I just dropped your trading card.
About that trick. See? You need my power too.
Shoot him. Shoot him dead.
I'm getting you out.
Oi!
Oi!
That works too, I suppose.
I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Wait! Stop! Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being insulted, little one.
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki.
Oh no.
What should I call you,
Loki.
I mean, man.
Do I look like a man to you? Bayonetta or Cereza? Take your pick.
Cereza! You don't look like a Cereza to me.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
Herpaderp. I know this is immediately turned into Last of Us.
Witch's recipes. Cool, we're gonna do some crafting. Yep.
Well, it's funny is that we don't have to worry about anything because the entire menu is in English now, you know?
Yes. Really. And these colors.
Holy God. I wonder if he actually does help you out.
Oh, you're in the air.
Oh God. Oh God, he's not stopping. Nice.
Yeah.
The witch hunts are over!
The witch hunts are over!
It's the same thing as before. Dead.
And a skull.
Ah, Jesus.
Dang. Oh no, really?
There you go, there's the stun you're looking for.
God damn you arrows, like fucking missiles.
Ballistic anime missiles.
Why do they have hidden missiles? Whoa. Ah, really?
That's a cool pose.
Just for you, you're getting them.
Oh, getting climaxed Umbran-like. Ride.
Go ride.
Ride's
yeah!
the shoot pop.
What's up?
Oh
What's
my
up?
god.
It's only shooting
Sick.
though.
Sick. This is the best. Holy crap, that was a big shot.
Do it again.
I think it's a circle. Yo, let's go! Kinda awesome.
Ooh, Urbane.
Urbane.
Man, this guy's ready to go.
Good God. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, buddy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he hits you.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Don't want to be in front there.
What is a big hype laser? Boot. Nice dodge. This boot should do it. Yeah!
Oh.
Clutch.
Pick up. Give me that
Claim.
weapon. Give me that weapon.
Sick. So these are the temporary items, not like full use weapons. They run out over time.
Try to keep up.
Try and keep
Shut
up.
up, kid.
Yeah, you keep
Shut
up.
up, I'm
with
a
me.
cat.
Look at this. Oh, wow. Holy crap. What? Are you talking to me upside down?
Sure, just because you asked, tall, dark, ugly, that makes total sense.
That's a very long piece of dialogue. Oh god! Nice.
Oh, we're going into space. Wait, what?
It's getting a little crazy. Bingo.
Is that all you've got?
Oh my god, that is so much. Almost took off an entire life bar.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
There's not one dodge. That's pretty good.
Oh, this thing is this thing is toast. Game over. Non-stop climax action. It's a giant boot.
Max bonus. Go back to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. That's a pretty long chapter.
Jeez. Pass it over.
I think this one will have to take a break. Gotcha, Squirrel Kid.
What the hell are you doing? Let go of me!
So, little one, what's all this sovereign business about?
Not a clue, love. Oi!
Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, better learn to take
Nothing
care
good?
of yourself.
Nothing good.
Ah.
Hoping for some hype.
No Street Fighter V, no Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Nothing like that yet. Go back to being a flying squirrel. What?
Oh wow.
What?
More tricks, little magician. Maybe you've got more to offer than I expected. For the time being, though, stay here and don't get frisky.
There. That is the one, is it not?
Yes. I will never forget that face.
Looming in the background, assholes in the shadows.
Don't look at all those optional battles.
Jeez, man.
Look at it this way.
You got a stoner.
There was a ton of stuff that was in there that we didn't get.
This is only 9 minutes. Nope. Years.
I just realized the game is double processing. Interesting. It's probably to go back to areas and, you know, to get towards stuff.
I see. It looks like it almost might branch or something when we go down there.
Yeah,
like
it's like we can go different
paths.
freaking routes. That's
Maybe play as Jean at some point.
kind of freaking awesome. That's good replayability. So this entire time it has been double decking down on the graphics because it's rendering the screen.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like.
I wish you could get a better graphics option to just do this. I mean, all things considered, it is looking really good. You want to take a quick break? I kind of have to get going, sadly.
Yeah. No problem. Sorry we started so late.
Oh, no, it's okay. That's okay. Do you want to start up the next chapter?
So you want to like head out now?
I should probably head out now. Yeah, it's almost 4.
Yeah, so we'll probably pick this up at like 6 for like our normal stream. So we'll do another hour from 6 to 7. We'll get Huber and Ben in here to play a little bit. But yeah, this game is insane.
This game is freaking awesome. It's just a better version of the original Bayonetta. So, yeah, man.
Stop complaining. It's only on Wii U.
Oh yeah,
It's time to get Wii U. So.
No, it's time. Everyone's time to buy a Wii U. After Smirsh comes out, it's time to buy a Wii U. Everyone needs their Smirsh.
Gotta get the import Wii U too. The Pro Strats.
Yeah. Oh wow, everything's in English now. Everything is in English.
Now the game is real.
Holy hell! There was no reason this had to come out in Japan earlier. Zero reason.
What's going on, Nintendo, man?
Well, there we go. Bayonetta. Okay.
Do you want to like just remind everyone where they can check you out?
Yeah. So we might be streaming Bayonetta 2 sometime this weekend. We can check it out at twitch.tv/Maximilian_dude. And I think the Twitter link is on the screen right now. And I'll be putting up a bunch of videos and stuff like that about Smash Bros. And Killer Instinct Season 2 is happening this week. So there's a lot of fighting game stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And next time Game Trailers guys gets a big game that comes out, maybe Smash 4.
Oh yeah.
When that thing drops early, that could be a fun stream.
Insane. Everyone's gonna want to be here for that.
Everyone's gonna want to be here for that. No one's gonna have GameCube controllers.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to see if I can possibly find a vendor that could get me the adapter early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean obviously Nintendo had them at E3. They were using them, so giving everyone the GameCube controller. They had the Smash logo.
They're out there. They're going to be out there, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be region locked. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world if peripherals were region locked.
I can't even remember if anything like that's ever happened.
Dreamcast light guns. It's very depressing.
No,
it's very depressing.
That's pretty bad.
So that's it, dudes. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Later.